Another one.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Ooh-wee. Lou, we got to talk.
Yep.
Hey, my brother done a massive amount of work. So, and it's interesting because this discussion, we waiting on Akoye to come in. Whenever he come in, it's gonna get even better. But see, we have an opportunity, brother. June 1st, tomorrow, or 3.5 hours, right? This is where these players get cheaper, you know? Oh. So, you know, and it's been a lot of noise lately about edge. I mean, a lot of noise. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's getting ready, and it's almost. Can you hear the magic in the air? It's Stephen Jones Christmas. You feel me? Like it's bargain shopping, man. It's time to where we hold all the leverage. So yeah, this is an opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to not sit on their hands, to actually continue, and like our co-owner. GM president says, and Stephen Jones, hey, like this GM thing is 365. So I want you to prove it, man. We got holes on this roster. You had somebody retired. You got another slot available. I want to bring in as many people as we can to make sure that we have a solidified team going in to training camp. I don't want any leaks in the boat.
So one of the issues, Lou, keeping it real, is to me, and I'm being just frank, it's frustrating that the DT advantage that we have is now almost on the overshadow the vet pass rush, premier pass rush need. I'm gonna play this clip, talk through it, then we'll kind of really get into kind of like where we might come across as the bad guys, even though we being the good guys, where we trying to highlight us making one more move that can get us closer to a championship. But let me play this and we go talk through it.
Edge rusher is the most overrated position in football, by far. Don't get me wrong, getting after the quarterback is extremely important, and that's how you can win games. But I don't know if I would pay top dollar for a single top edge rusher. Teams that come to mind are the Cleveland Browns with Myles Garrett. Great edge rusher, maybe the best of all time, but the Browns are horrible. Another one that comes to mind is J.J. Watt. Sure, the Texans were okay, and they were good, and they made the playoffs, but the Texans played in the weakest division I've ever seen in the AFC South. And once they got in the playoffs, they got bounced. So I don't see J.J. Watt really making a difference. I think what people get confused sometimes is when they're watching the playoffs or the Super Bowl and the edge rusher, whomever it may be, maybe like, let's say like an Aaron Donald when the Rams won it back in the day, they think he's extremely valuable, and he is, but I think other guys can do similar to him, and you could pay them a lot less and use that money elsewhere in your football team.
Yeah, this is idiotic.
What? Wait. But before Sue go off, which he is and should.
Yeah, I'm speechless.
What is going on with Edge, bruh? Like, and see, and this is what I keep hearing. You don't really need elite to win the Super Bowl. When was the last time you saw an elite one win the Super? It's like, bruh, it's only because they are rare. Period. Like, that's almost like saying, when was the last time you saw a kicker that can kick it for 60 yards win a Super Bowl? It's like, that don't mean they not valuable. They're just rare. You still could need that. Let Sue go off. Would you go off, or we need to let Sue?
Let Sue go off.
I don't understand this at all. I don't know Andrew's background. I would love to understand and see how he's coming up with this theory that Myles Garrett, J.J. Watt, and Aaron Donald are not great edge rushers, or they are, but yet if you don't have them on your team and you can replace them with, the equivalent of 3 to 5 other guys to reach their same value, it's a better bang for your buck. That's like saying you don't need a quarterback. You can just have great receivers and great running backs and a great O-line, put a below average quarterback in there and you'll be successful. Highly doubt that you'll have that success on the offensive side of the ball. You need a quality linchpin, and it's usually somebody on the defensive line. And yes, I'm biased. I'm a defensive lineman. They set the tone of the game. Everybody follows behind that. At least the great teams I've been a part of always started with a linchpin guy in the center or on the edge that take 2 or 3 guys' attention so other guys on their team can make plays, let alone themselves are also still joining the party and making plays themselves. So to me, it's just the thought process doesn't make any sense to me. I wholeheartedly disagree with it, just in my opinion.
And that is the key.
That's the key.
That what he said, they occupy 2 or 3 guys' attention.
Right.
That's all football is, bro. It's a game of chess. Can we put pressure on my opponent somehow? You know what I'm saying? And I think, the thing is, this fascination with GM bargaining, like a lot of people love to do. But that's what it is. Y'all use the same tired ass argument for every position. You find a position like a running back, and then you tell me like how, okay, there's some great running backs in the league, and then you always point to the highest game and that you never see them there, and then you want to point to other great running backs in selective areas who are on bad teams and say, see, I can get somebody cheaper and do his work for him, but you cannot quantify his impact. That was the main. Remember, you did that show a long time ago of the former Dallas Cowboys data statistician or data engineer, data analyst for the Dallas Cowboys, who admitted that they've devalued the position because they had no stat of quantifying the impact of the position or correctly.
And then, and my brother said, I think the analytics folks are simply comparing the contract value to the Super Bowl production. Both sides can be right. I think they extremely wrong.
Yeah.
Like extremely wrong. See, and it's a very short sample of Super Bowls that people are looking at. And that's looking at winners. What about also looking at people that made it? If you look at the people that made it and maybe should have won it, like San Fran. If San Fran would have won the Super Bowl, right, over Kansas City, right? Nobody's saying Edge is not worth it because Bosa had 22 sacks that year.
Yeah, like saying that you can find somebody cheaper than Bosa to replace his production is actually asinine.
Right.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
They not right on that at all. Is nothing true about that.
And the only thing you're talking about, because if you're living in that statistician world, you're trying to replace Bosa's production numerically. But Bosa's production trumped outside of numbers. That's what we're trying to get y'all to understand, like statistician. Like their impact, and that's what the lady who was literally who admitted to it, finally got, like, sometimes these production that they have and the impact is outside of the numbers on the paper.
And San Fran lost because of a fumble. That's why they didn't lose because of Bosa. And San Fran now was whooping everybody ass on D. They whooped our ass. Oh man, and we was dope. Man, San Fran was dope. Oh, they did not lose the Super Bowl because of the defense and the edge. They did not. They lost that thing because of the offense, bro. Real talk. But anyway, that's another conversation. My point is, what I'm not liking is, I'm like, to your point, we seeing this devaluing the edge, and it sounds similar to what they did to running back. You see how he said you can get an Aaron Donald, but you can find somebody that can have similar production later. It's like, no, you can't find Aaron Donalds later, bro. You can't find Aaron Donalds later, goofy. Hell you saying? Look, and see, God, please don't let this work on edge like it worked on running back. People really got to where they was looking at Saquon and Taylor like, I'm like, no. Listen, let me just say this. There's a rare talent at every position. That's number one. 2, edge. And then he started talking about how they paid.
Yeah, that's the whole gist of why we even talking about this. Like, so I guess they're getting to a market that's unbearable, and you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're paying him all of this money, which proportionally is fair, you know, to whatever the main cap is. Now we gotta say like, okay, well, we paying him $50 million, but he ain't we ain't winning Super Bowls, so we you know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're trying to jump to conclusions, but just because we're not getting the outcome we want.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. And it is a jump to conclusions. Like
it's a giant jump.
Yeah, it's a massive jump. It's because we have not seen an elite pass rusher in the last 5 Super Bowls win it. And it's just 5 or 6, right? Not a big sample. Anybody that's a business person wouldn't trust a small sample of 6. That's number one. Number 2, nobody actually thinks it says, well, you're not seeing elite pass rushers because they're rare in the first place. Like, nobody ever thinks that. It's like, if it's almost like elite quarterbacks.
Yes.
You know, you can have dope quarterbacks like Dak and he might not ever win it.
Yeah. Plenty of them.
Yeah, plenty of them. Dan Marino probably was the dopest quarterback to ever live. He ain't never win it.
We just talked about last year, the last era, because we were saying the quarterback play is down. We were talking about over the 2010s, bro, the amount of elite quarterbacks or great quarterbacks that were in the league, the amount of them, man, like Phillip Rivers never won. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Drew Brees, he barely got one. You know,
He barely got one.
He barely got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, yeah, like, I look, these guys, first of all, he's not a statistician. Like, if you go to school for statistics, you should know, like, dog, you can't verify a sample size if it's too low. You can't turn something into a law that only happens in a select number window. Like,
right.
That's not a control group. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you're not checking the variables correctly. What you're doing is you're taking the selected edited stats, because you know the stats tell a story and you're trying to tell your story.
Yep. And they did the same thing to running back. And see, they remember when they was devaluing running backs, because they was talking about when they turn 26, they fall off a cliff. But what they was looking at was a short window of bad luck, right? So let's talk about the window of people they was looking at around that time. Gore. Saquon was going through injury issues, right? CMC was going through injury issues, right? And it was about a 3-year window to where your best backs was banged up. Right. So they took that 3-year sample and made a long-term law.
Yes.
They made a long-term law over 3 bad years. They ignored the overall history of running back, though.
Right.
You know?
It's like it looked kind of predatory. Like, it's like you waited for it, because all it was a transition.
That boy say predatory.
Because you waited for the transition era,
right?
You know what I mean? That's all the passing of the guard and everything like that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to devalue them. Like, no, bro. It's like, no, like you can't devalue that right now just because we're not seeing it right now. Just know, hey, the laws of football, it will balance back out. There will be more dope backs that come in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just being honest with you. So extremely dope. It's gonna always rare. Happen. Yes. Especially when you marry them behind a dope offensive line, you go get your money's worth. And see, because it's sad, because I remember I was saying when Taylor was drafted, I was saying it was the dumbest thing in the world to have Taylor with a 2nd round grade. That was one of the dumbest things I ever saw. I've seen dumb. It was, because see, what made it so dumb to me is he had more production than Saquon, was in the same conference as Saquon, right? Had the exact same time, right? You know, and was just barely, Saquon got drafted just 2 years ahead of him. So they was in the same period. So they played sometimes against the same people. So a guy with more production, same 40, right?
almost exact same measurables, less agility. That's it. You just dropped him 32 slots with more. I was like, that's not logical. It's like, no. If this dude was in the same conference and doing more than Saquon, and Saquon went top 5, why is this dude in the second round? So that's what they doing right now, the edge, man. And see, this is why we talking about this. And I'm gonna say something, and we gonna get into all this research you did. Because listen, y'all need to stick with this show. This gonna be a dope show, bro. We go hammer this today. This is gonna be a dope. I can't wait to just sit back and listen to all the work that Lou did on this. But this is what this is about. It's about taking advantage of Quinnen Williams. Because we understand that he's an advantage in the interior. We understand that he's going to draw doubles. But when you can get a premier pass rusher in here, that makes you really unstoppable on the front. And you have something that can travel. You have something that's not weather dependent. And I'm going to say this, bro. A lot of people go disagree with this. I don't care. I speak my mind. I'm with it. Let me hit this button.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I'd rather have Premier Edge and Williams than 2 number ones.
No, you're not lying.
I'd rather have that. I really do. I would rather have a Myles Garrett with Quinnen Williams or a Crosby with Quinnen Williams than 2 number ones. All day without exception. And the reason is only because you said something that I don't think a lot of people caught. The passing game is so much dependent on the passing game. You got to get the snap right. The timing of the route got to be right. The ball coming out has to be right. And then the receiver have to then receive it. That's a lot of variables. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes.
Especially when you throw cold into that type stuff, or wet, water, rain. When if you throw rain, cold, anything with Quinnen Williams and the Myles Garrett, you still can't stop it.
It's probably more dangerous.
And it's more dangerous because they go get that ball out. Good point. Yeah, bro.
I mean, I meant to see his podcast because they got so much stuff in there. It's called Raw Room. Mm-hmm. It's about these former NFL players, and they be bringing on their friends that's former NFL player. Mm-hmm. The guy they brought on recently, and I think it's chock full of information. Eric Ebron. He talked about his time when he was transitioning from Detroit to Indianapolis, and that he wanted a 1-year deal because he wanted to get back to the table and he wanted to sign a max. But Indy was like, "No, we only doing 2." This is important because when he got there, Andrew Luck wasn't healthy. And he was looking around. He literally said, "It's like, bro, what the fuck going on? Like, bro, I gotta prove my shit." You know what I'm saying? And my production is literally on the quality of quarterback, and I can't show off myself. So Andrew Luck came back. He went fucking crazy that first year. The second year, a lot of people don't understand. He gonna talk about it because he admitted he's actually pissed at Andrew Luck because Andrew Luck retired, and there was some fishy shit behind it. And it was even more fishy because they didn't because he proved himself in the first year. They was like, prove it again on the second year. Because remember they gave him a 2-year deal he didn't want. So when he lost Andrew Luck, obviously they changed how they view him because of how, and Jacoby Brissett is okay, but he couldn't show his full ability because he didn't have the right guy behind center. Like that's to show you how dependent the pass catchers are. Tight end are dependent on the quarterback. That's what I'm just showing you that. So that's what all Boss is saying in layman's terms is this: these other positions, they can control their own destiny no matter what. They don't need another man or another 5 or 6 men to do their job before they can do their job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I took that from you. That's what you was saying.
It ain't no prerequisites. You ain't gotta do this and do this and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't. The tackles gotta hold up. Yeah. The snap gotta hold up. The ball gotta come out on time. It's so many variables.
I'm gonna send you that because he went into it because Drill is right. because he gave a lot of information that happened on that Andrew Luck situation, and it was dealing with the injury shit and how you're gonna love it because you can use it in the future. But yeah, I just want to talk about that.
I do want to say something real quick, man. Just real quick, it's our subject. Thank you, Miss Charles. Miss Charles, we talked over the phone. She's somebody that also lost her dad. And I just want to say thank y'all so much, man. The community and the outpouring of love. I ain't gonna lie, it's almost too much. It's almost too much. It's starting to get to the point to where y'all reminded me of my dad. Like when I be feeling better, y'all be like, let me talk to you, Boss. You going to be okay? I feel like
that's what it's about, though. That's what community.
It's Akoye, very good.
It's a community. Okay.
What's up, Akoye? Yo, we live. Yeah, I sent you the link. All right, here he come. All right, so we got Akoye walking in. I told y'all he gonna come, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then so the good thing is now we finna also talk about, as he coming in, we getting ready to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and why a vet war daddy final push is something that just makes sense, especially with it being June 1st. Like, and I'm a beggar, so I can't be a chooser. I'm a beggar, so I can't be a chooser. So obviously we want top shelf, right? On everything. Yeah. We want top shelf. But at this point, we got to really just kind of sometimes say, hey, listen, man, I'll take an old Von Miller. I'll take a older Bosa. I take Sweat on one leg right now because he's superior in where we probably average right now, and that's getting after the quarterback. And then obviously if you want to just really just go crazy, that would then be like a Myles Garrett. And listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I would be for overpaying too. I would be for overpaying.
Oh yeah, for that type of impact. That's what I was telling people. When people
and I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you meant really for Myles. Like but I'm like
absolutely for Myles, absolutely. But even for Sweat.
Yeah, I mean, anything
I heard Bobby say he would give up a second for Sweat. That's rich. That's rich. I still would do it though.
In a heartbeat though.
I still would do it.
In a heartbeat though. In a heartbeat. Just being honest with you,
because when you put him with Quinn Williams, it's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. That's what.
Just on getting after the quarterback. Now he go probably be, serviceable on stopping the run, but he get after the quarterback.
I mean, that's what. But the thing is, and I'm gonna reiterate again, we already built a team that's ready for first and second down, third down. Team third down is what we need to be winning at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where the pass rushing come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm with it too. I mean, he gonna be able to hold his own. He ain't gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, shit, Christian Parker. Hey, substitution. You get another package in there. It ain't my job.
And so, I think I just heard Akoye, and then so Miss Charles did lose both her parents. She did tell me that too.
Oh, both? Oh man, prayers, man.
Yeah, she lost her dad a while ago, but she lost her mom within a year. So
yeah,
and she cried and everything. We talking, it's a lot of us are pulling together, and showing how important content it is too. See, I was feeling funky at first, and then I started doing content. I feel better. But while we wait on the Kanye, let's go ahead and start digging into what you were saying, bro. Some good stuff and some reasons why we want the Dallas Cowboys to be aggressive. So kick us off.
Yeah, okay. You can share the first graphic. So that's what I was talking about. Third down. The Dallas Cowboys last year absolutely lost completely when it came to third down. This is all verified stats and everything like that via team rankings. I use it a lot. We were 32nd in the league in terms of opposing teams when they played the Dallas Cowboys, they were converting their third downs against our defense at a whopping 45.74%, which means they were almost damn near converting at a 50% rate. If they had 16, third down opportunities in the game, we can chalk them up to them getting at least 8 of them things, and probably even more if we got to pray and hope. You know what I'm saying? Another team I wanted to highlight because boy, we always follow trends.
We got Akoye.
We got shout out to Akoye, man.
What up, Lou? What up? What's up, boss?
What's up, my brother?
My condolences, my brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, my brother.
Sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Absolutely.
So the reason I wanted to highlight the Carolina Panthers because I feared we're getting ready to build a team very similar to them because they had a very good defense last year. But even with their good defense, why the hell they down there with us in terms of being 30th in the league in terms of third down percentage? And the reason why I'm highlighting this because I think third down, we all know first and second down. That's where you win. That's normally when they run the ball. Third down is getting to that third and long. You want to get off the field, money down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of teams, what I'm going to correlate today is that a lot of teams who are successful on third down, they have a great or an elite pass rush or some type of pass rushing plan, whether it be personnel or in the Vikings case, purely scheme. You know what I'm saying? Because they were blitzing at a 45% rate. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like 20% higher or 10% higher than the number 2 team in terms of blitz rate. You know what I'm saying? That's why they up here. So
Before you finish, Koye, you want me to turn your channel?
Oh yeah, you can. Sure.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I want the action. I didn't want to just assume it's on.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. But I gotta put a thumbnail on there in a minute. But yeah, appreciate that.
You need me to send it to you?
Yeah, you got one? Yeah,
Yeah, I got one. I'll send. I'm gonna put it in your DM. But go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, so I'm highlighting the third down, and because I think the Dallas Cowboys last year, one of our places we were bleeding out, we couldn't get off the field.
Yep.
Like we couldn't. And I know that's dealing with coaching, but I think where the biggest room, where this problem pointed the biggest, and I'm gonna correlate it in the next set of stuff, was our edge room. Like how insanely disappointed they were. And we all know, like, I mean, you can see that with the naked eye, like even on film and everything like that, that we were pretty lackluster last year. So if you go to the next one, I'm gonna correlate to y'all.
I want to let Akoye jump in real quick, especially because he walking in church and then
Yeah, gotta let me know what we going on because I wasn't listening because I didn't know y'all was still going. I thought I didn't see you confirm, boss. Like earlier when Luke texted, I didn't see you confirm.
Yeah.
So I said it must not be a go. And then 7 o'clock came and went. I was like, oh, Luke must have changed his mind. So then I saw your video too. Actually, I was watching your video on them building the wall. I was just watching that earlier. So I didn't even know y'all was live. I was watching this second.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good, man. I had a lot going on.
I got my thumbnail up too. I was just putting the thumbnail up. My bad. All right,
You good. Well,
good.
But go ahead then, keep preaching. He go catch up. Akoye, he go get the note.
Right. Oh, okay. So from the third down percentage, this is the team who are topping the league. This is a more expanded list. Because like I said before, if you're good on third down, you're probably a great defensive system, but you also probably led by some guys who can win. You know what I'm saying? Who can win at a high enough rate. So according to they have a great stat out there that I think it best, because we were saying earlier, like all sacks aren't committed the same, or we were saying athletic sacks. I think the best stats that cooperated this, ESPN got it from Next Gen Stats. It's called pass rush win rate, and it's basically how fast you can, or not the percentage of how fast you can win based on 2 to 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the repertoire with that. So we know the number 1 team, Super Bowl champions, you feel me? In Seattle Seahawks. Remember the guy we liked last year? Boye Mafa is actually top 10 or top 10 in the league in terms of pass rush win rate at 19%. Another guy on here is DeMarcus Lawrence, which is surprising to me. Then they had a top 10.
That is surprising.
That's very surprising to me. They had a top 20 defensive tackle on their rush as well. This is why their pass rush is so effective. I know people were saying they had a committee, but like we kept telling y'all, they had a quality ass committee. Yeah. Byron Murphy was top 20. Houston, Texas. Do I need to even introduce them two guys right there? And
no.
Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter.
No.
The New Orleans Saints, Chase Young and Carl Granderson. They were actually pretty efficient. I think Chase Young is top 20 in terms of edges and pass rush win rate. Minnesota was the reason why they're here is because they had a whopping ass blitz rate, like I said before, at 48%. Like that's why they're here. You know what I'm saying? We saw that firsthand. You know what I'm saying, with them cover zero. LA Chargers are here. They had Odafe Oweh. Odafe Oweh was one of the highest pass rush win rates in the entire league, the Denver Broncos had 3 people, 2 defensive tackles, including a depoy candidate in Nick Bonito, who's at edge, who was top. I think he's number 2 at 24 at pass rush win rate. And John Franklin Myers, top 20 DT, Zach Allen. New England had Christian Barrymore, who's a top 20, but last year in 2024, Clavon Chason was a top 20 guy in terms of edge rush. And we know why Cleveland here is because of Myles Garrett and everything like that. So I'm just correlating that these guys, I'm correlating a trend that these guys who are some of the best third down defenses in the league, look at their personnel. Like I don't think it's not an accident that they have guys who can win at an alarming rate too.
And I think you've been nice with it, man. I just said we need another guy.
I don't agree, but I hear you, and I'll tell you why. Because I like the stats. You know, I like pass rush win rate percentages and stuff like that, right?
Akoye, you don't think we need another guy?
I think on your mic on.
My mic's not on.
You just need to speak in it.
Yeah, you're speaking it. Yeah.
Y'all can hear me now?
You sound great.
Yeah.
You just needed to turn your head.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
You was talking past it.
Okay, I got you now. So, all right. But when you look at certain schemes, right, and the way guys are used, because we were talking about the eye test as well. Win rate, as you measured it, was whether or not you can win under 2.5 seconds, right? How fast is a guy going to win if you have him on if he's even out there on third downs in the first place? Rerouting tight ends before he's pass rushing. He's not going to have a high pass rush win rate percentage because he's double teaming himself.
Because of the assignment. The assignment of the defense.
And that's not just Rashawn Gary I'm talking about. That's also Van Ginkel and Grenard, who had to do that a lot as well because they were rerouting tight ends. That's just the scheme that.
Yeah, so you saying basically the scheme itself kind of skewed the numbers.
Some defensive ends are just told pin your ears back and go. Others are told to reroute tight ends so that you can get what they call coverage stacks because you're buying time for your defensive line to get there, and you're actually helping your secondary align with whomever their assignment is because you're rerouting. You're forcing the quarterback to hold the ball longer, so you still have an opportunity. Your win rate doesn't have to be as fast if you're a team like Minnesota or if you're a team like even Green Bay, who was asking guys to, hey, we reroute our tight end prior to, trying to get after the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So that goes into it. But the reason I say we don't need another guy is because when you look at the front that we have, bro, like so need and wants are 2 different things. So if we arguing would I take another guy, I'm never going to argue with y'all about that, ever. Of course, I don't care who it is. And whether it's Sweat, whether it's Crosby, whoever, I'm with it. I will be. So it wouldn't be like I'm switching my stance if they got here. I'm happy with any player that's on the star. My problem, the reason I'm concerned about the push for having another guy is progress stoppers. We go out and get a guy like Malachi Lawrence, and we got a guy like Ezra Rocker. Both those guys I'm high enough on. Now, is that coaching to potential or talking to potential? Yes. I'm not gonna say it isn't, but do I want a guy in here who's going to make it so that we don't know what those commodities are until 2027, 2028? I don't.
Yes.
Now I'm all for doing what we did last year, which is if we start the season off or start training camp off, we just see like, no, they not looking right in this scheme. I understand what y'all saying. Then let's go out and trade for someone during the season. Cool. But I want these same thing with Barham and so on. Like we went out and got a middle linebacker and Barham doesn't see the field. That's a disservice. That's the same problem we're having with Morris Leofau right now. We have progress stoppers in front of him, and now he's, it's 2 regimes later, he's shuffled around and we don't even see what he is as a player because he never got an opportunity. So I look at Ezra Rocco as a guy that we all were high on. Nothing happened to him other than the off-season hip surgery. Let's see what Ezra Rocco can do with his second year with BT Jordan, who y'all told me about. Yeah. I'm not arguing with y'all. Y'all put me on and I'm listening to
BT
y'all put me on him. And I said, oh shit, he is the real deal. Yep. So if I can't big him up and then doubt what his abilities have shown he's able to do with the guys that you just showed me. You just put Nick Bonito.
Let me push back just a little bit. Go ahead. The reason why I'm with this version of progress stopping is because of the track record of edges in year 1, year 2. So, I did that research and I looked at like 80 first round edges, right? The average year one is 4, 3 to 4, right? And that's just looking at sacks. That's not looking at overall like you do, right? That's just looking at sacks, right?
No, you're right. You're right.
And I'm looking for a closer. That's why I'm looking at sacks. I'm looking at a guy that can get pressure. So I'm kind of honed in on that. Then year 2, you do see the jump. Okay. The ultimate jump you see year 3.
But
that's the ultimate jump. Just real quick, I'm almost finished. So the ultimate jump you see year 3, right? So that we got Malachi year 1, we got Donovan Ezerako year 2. Like even when I go look at BT Jordan and I look at him with what he did with those Denver guys, he got what's the old boy Benito?
Yeah.
Benito, he stepped in BT in Benito's year 3. Because year 1, Benito had 1.5 sacks. Year 2, he had 6. And then year 3 with BT Jordan, he went crazy. So I would want to stop their progress or slow down their progress. Like I would want them to develop at a reasonable pro rate for edge.
Right. I understand that, right? But when I look at the position opposite, Gary, I look at it as a collective. I look at the production from the position, right? So if I can get into third and long situations, right? I already know what Houston can give me as a pass rusher. That's his strength. I know what he can give me. If you can give me 5 sacks without the snaps, I know if he has more snaps or if we get more opportunities, his productivity.
Yeah, the ratio should be just as good.
Right. So if I'm getting 6, 7 from Houston and I'm getting another 3, 4 from Malachi Lawrence and another 2 or 3, even I think Ez is good for 6 to 10 sacks this season. But if I get that out of them, I'm happy with that side of the field. It doesn't have to be 12 from one guy that played the entire game or 60 snaps. I don't need that. I just need, in those 60 snaps, do I get the productivity I'm looking for? And do I have the fall off or any fall off when it comes to run support on early downs as well? If I don't have that fall off, but I get the productivity I'm looking for, I'm happy with it. And one thing that we don't speak enough about, because y'all put me on this, and I've been on your ass because of it, right? I just say, I'm not coming at you what I say. I'm just saying, y'all taught me all sacks are not created equal. Yeah. Once y'all did that, I started reviewing everybody's sacks, dog, and I'm not just talking about the beauty of it. I'm talking about
I know what you mean. Where you inspecting them.
Yep.
You looking under the hood.
Yep. Against who and when did you get them? Mm-hmm. What games were they in? Mm-hmm. And what impact did they have on the game? Because don't give me you got 12 sacks, but right after you got your sack, they still drove down the field, got a touchdown. What the fuck do I care about your sack then? Did you stop a drive with your sack? Did you change the game with your sacks? You know what I'm saying? Or did you just get sacks in bum time? You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of bum time sacks from guys that you wouldn't think they coming from. And I saw a lot of sacks in games where, you know, we have a mismatch against a tackle or a guard that we know is not up to snuff, and we getting sacks that way as well. Even though the moves look great, they look good, but strength of competition actually matters to me.
That does.
And the moments that you're getting them in. If you give me great work, but then in the playoffs you wash because you're going up against Trent Williams or you're going up against Lane Johnson, what the hell do I care then? You can't do it when it counts against the players it counts against in the moments that I need you to get them. So when you say you're looking for a closer, me too. And a lot of these guys that we're talking about, a lot of their stats, some of their stats, and not a lot. I'm going to say 3 guys in particular, but I'm not going to name them because I'm going to do it with the film, and we could do this again because I don't want to rush through it, and I don't want to seem like it's not an attack job. So I don't want it to look like an attack job because it's not. But that's what I feel about the guys that are opposite. But one thing that I wanted to push back on when you were speaking was this: them rookies that don't get sacks in their first year, I do understand they're not playing next to Quinnen Williams, Bullard, Agbo, Kenny Clark, and Rashawn Gary. They're not
some
playing
of them are Akoye now. Come on, now. This is a big old league, bro. We talking about a sample of 80 first rounders, bro. Some of these dudes play with some dope ass DTs. We not gonna act like none of them ain't play with no Quinn Williams. That's the average overall out of looking at like 80 first rounders, bro. Come on now.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter had. Thank you. Abdul Carter had.
Abdul Carter
super
did.
Dope, man.
He did. But yeah, that's true.
And he only had 4, and this dude was supposed to be like
Abdul
the reincarnation of.
You got me. I don't lie. I ain't gonna lie.
No, you never do. We facts guys.
You got me with the Abdul Carter. I can't even argue. God, like Dexter Lawrence is that bull, and they were a Space Jam art. But
can y'all give me a second? Me and my brother finna take a toast to my dad real quick. Y'all give me 1 second.
For sure.
Pops, man, to Pops. Love you, bro. I gotta do this off camera. I'm gonna take a shot real quick. You know, they'll take our money when we do that. Let me take for real. Let me do this off camera. Love you, bro. For real, man. Thank you, man. Let's do our thing. Yeah, we gonna do our thing, bro. All right, man. Hey, you leaving? All right, we'll catch up.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll be here about between 8 and 9 in the morning.
Oh man, boy, I know. Woo, that's my thing, brother. Whew, let's go.
You got it in you.
Hit it. Yeah, trust me. See, I ain't never think I hit it, and then you be over here. It's your OG.
I'm OG, baby.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all good.
I ain't mean to cut you, Akoye. You was cooking too, man.
Yeah,
I had to take that shot.
No, you good, man. You good. Like I said, I just look at it this way, man. If the one on this list that under no circumstance do I want is Sweat. That's
God, no, man, damn.
Hey, take it easy. The one that I was just looking at the screen. I was like, "There, you go get that thumbnail." I was just looking at the thumbnail. I said, "I don't want Josh Sweat on this team, bro, because of his knee. I'm not paying him $20 million, bro. I'm not paying Josh Sweat $20 million to come in here and only be able to be a specialty pass rusher who has a bum knee. I'll take Garrett. I mean, even Bosa. I'll take Bosa too.
What about Von Miller?
I like Von Miller. Now, Von Miller is a guy that would come in here and not be a progress stopper because he's a BT Jordan acolyte, number one. So he's a coach on the field. He'll teach guys. But number two, he's not a guy that needs to be. I don't even think he will want the full-fledged snap count. Now that's a specialty rusher that I wouldn't mind because he's not coming in here to be a guy that's going to try to start the entire game but hamper us. I don't think that a guy, and I think we argued this before, a guy that gives up yards on the ground, yards are yards. A guy that gives up yards on the ground and makes it so that a team doesn't have to pass the ball because they can just run at you. To me, I feel like that's a liability. I don't want a guy that has a hole in his game. I would take the guy that is well-rounded over a guy that is, tipped or superb as a pass rusher, but a liability versus run, unless I'm putting him in on third downs only. But Josh Sweat not coming here for $20 million and playing on third downs only. That's my point.
And listen, I'm a beggar, Akoye. So I'm a beggar. So I listen. It's a lot of cats. What about Cameron Jordan? Would you be cool with that?
No.
Whoa! Take it easy on my back. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Who? Because I think y'all was doing content then.
Damn.
Who had better film, Malachi Lawrence or DeMarcus Lawrence?
Malachi or DeMarcus? What do you mean? What, in college?
College, yeah.
DeMarcus, I did DeMarcus breakdown when he's coming out of college. DeMarcus has always been the same type of guy though. He was a beast in college too. I wouldn't say that he had bad film. No, he looked good. He looked good in Boise. I didn't have a problem with DeMarcus, but obviously I'm gonna say Malachi because it's fresher in my mind. That just happened, last year. But comparing a film, I don't look at Malachi as a guy that's coming in and being our savior. I look at Ezeraku as a guy that can take that second year leap. I think that Ezeraku is going to have a good year. He wasn't bad last year. I think that Ezeraku last season was 1 of 4, and he needed to be 1 of 5. I think he needs to play in the 3-4,
and that's typical. And that is typical too.
Yeah, and he needs to be a weak side outside linebacker.
Yeah, I
am scared of his hip though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like surgery on your hip, like
that's true.
You being an edge rusher, your game being mainly finesse.
That's super.
You know what I'm saying? Man. Like as an offensive lineman, like
hip surgery.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's valid.
Like, I think he's gonna take a year 2 jump, but the question for me is when. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always nervous with injuries in this training staff that we have in the Dallas.
But how you not nervous with Josh Sweat injuries? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Because he produced with that
one leg.
Don't bother you? Because he produced with the one leg.
I can show you. But
he produced with the one leg. This is where you need. And listen, and this ain't no lobby for Sweat. Sweat is just one of the eggs that I crack. Right. You know what I mean? This ain't no lobby for Sweat.
Because I know
you putting holes in Sweat, man. You putting too many holes in the homie, dog.
Because I don't want. I'm not going after. I'm not trading. People talking about second round draft picks. I'm like, why would I trade for a second round draft pick, $20 million defensive end who's limping the entire game?
Because he produces with it. But you're right. Hey, listen, we did the film breakdown, bro. Hey, listen, you proved it. He was. But damn, he produced with it, man. And listen, if you on one leg, but you still making it happen, because
I mean,
better. You produce better than the 8.
Go ahead. We had Jalen Smith with one leg at one point, so I understand that you can produce.
Yeah,
I'm talking about he produced, but he produced versus the pass and the run though. I don't want a pass rush specialist at all, really. Not for $20 million. I thought that Micah Parsons, for just being a pass rusher, is too high at 50. If he was doing everything that he can do at linebacker, I think he was worth the money. I told everybody I don't think Micah Parsons is worth the money at edge. So I said that myself because I don't look at him as a well-rounded defensive end.
But I think Micah Parsons, if you partnered him with Quentin Williams, would be worth the money and maybe pay him double.
In a 3-4, yes, he would. Okay. 1 of 5.
See, that's why I like you, Akoye. See, first I got to clap it up because my OG, we box, but you fur. I don't want to speak.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, because you ain't lying. You ain't lying yet.
I'm not gonna lie on you, and I'm not gonna lie for you.
No, you doing your thing, bro. Like we box, but you.
If you make a valid point, I will stand corrected.
I'm giving you. You do.
Tell me
you do.
That we watch the story, so it's not like I'm like. It's not a theory. We watch what happens in big games where you run at pass rush specialists. This is before Micah Parsons. Yeah. We had one who put up better numbers than him. And what's his name? He went to the Eagles and had 23 sacks. What's his name? From the Rams. He was from the Rams.
I know who you talking about, bro. The white guy. I know you talking about, bro. He black. He put up 23 sacks?
Not Reddit. He put up 20 sacks with the Eagles. Right after he left us. What the hell is his name? Yeah. He was from the Rams, though. What is this dude's name?
The only guy I can think is a white guy that did that. He was dope.
I mean, you said, I don't remember.
I can't remember his name, though. I know you talking about
man, that. I had his name.
I thought he went to the Bears.
He went to the Bears, too.
Quinn?
He played for the Bears. Yeah. Yep.
Robert Quinn?
Robert Quinn.
Quinn is a pass.
He was a pass rush specialist, but you could run at him all day long.
True.
You have your way running at him, but he was true. We seen it.
But
we've seen that movie so many times.
But we need that closer though.
But Akoye, that's just natural. That's the natural way to nullify a pass rusher though. You got to run at him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
that's true. That's
just the law of the nature. Like if you facing Shaq, I'm a foul him. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
That's why you said it in your video earlier. We're trying to build a wall. We're not trying to build a wall with a hole in it.
Yeah, I don't want a hole in the wall. But did you see the second act of my video?
That means you got to be able to stop. No, I didn't watch all 33 minutes yet, but I was cooking.
That's on me.
I was cooking. It's 33 minutes.
That's on me.
I had to throw it back. I had to hit pause.
Can I pause both of y'all real quick before you make your point, Akoye? And I just want to say one thing. Just shout out to all of us. I love this about us. Is that we come in this arena, bro, and like even when we don't agree, we go box each other, bro. And I really appreciate that. To me, because this is how we all get better, when we willing to kind of have differences of thought, but just kind of talk through it. But go ahead, Akoye.
I'm just saying this, right? If you can run at a guy who is going to be on the field on obvious run situations, right? Because that's what these guys would be. That's why I'm saying, like, of course, you just said that's how you nullify a pass rusher, right? Mm-hmm. You can't do that to Myles Garrett. He's going to be just as effective versus the run. He's going to make it so that you're not going to run over there.
Yes, right.
Last year, we watched everybody even run at Micah. They was running at Micah last year. He one of the best players in the game, right? Yep. But they ran right at him. So I don't want to. I just don't want the edge that you can run on either side of left or right, weak or strong, that you can run right at anymore, because we've seen that game already. We've seen what it happens.
But if you know that's the weakness of an edge, that's why, like, Micah.
Which one though? Not all edges.
Micah, what he did here, it was not like we understood that him running at him was not a reflection of him, but a reflection of what we lacked in terms of defensive tackle. We didn't have the run stoppers. We didn't have the linebackers for the longest.
Yeah, Osa and Micah Parsons. I named Osa and Micah Parsons as the weaknesses in that wall. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I call you my dog, bro. See, that's what keep it real.
I ain't watching you. It was Osa and Micah.
That boy Akoye keep it real, man. Keeps it real, man.
It wasn't nothing wrong with Hankins. It wasn't nothing wrong with Chelsea when they were in. It wasn't nothing. But Gallimore was so when he was in there.
But
you know what I mean? And then D-Law even had problems when he would crash the B-gap and didn't communicate with his linebackers when they supposed to straight. You can't just jump inside because you're going to get screwed doing it. So D-Law was good, but it's like that was hero ball. So at the same time, that was a problem too. So they all had issues up front except for Hankins. Really?
Yeah, and we let him
take
go.
Me no shot.
Being honest with you, but this is why I bring that up. This is why I bring that up. Because we know the weaknesses they pose. You know what I'm saying? Your offensive coordinator in Connor Riley, you understand? Okay, you're just gonna run at him. That's the effect, though. That is the effect that you have on a team. Clayton Adams literally said, he did a study. All offensive coordinators had to change. They had to be. He said it like they being bombed back to Neanderthal. They had to be bombed back to the running era. He said the reason why the running era is even back is because we got so many of these aliens.
He called them aliens.
He called them aliens because he got them freak athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Small guys though.
Yeah. So we can even have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So we can even have a chance.
Okay.
But that's the ebb and flow of the game. Like you hitting a good point, but that's the ebb and flow of the game that's never changed, right? Like people were looking at the tush push as if it was a new play. Like it's the quarterback sneak. And they're like, it's 93% effective. I said historically, the QB sneak is 90% effective on 1 yard plays. Historically, he got a 3% uptick. Historically.
I didn't know that.
Historically, it's 90%. For the history of football. But when we started playing spread offense, I'm positive.
Is that high?
It's 89 to 90% historic throughout history of football. They had 93%. They act
QB sneak.
QB sneak. Historic. Who you ever seen stopping QB sneaks on a regular basis?
Hardly anyone.
Nobody. Don't nobody stop that shit.
You gotta run.
Yeah, true. Because they stay undersized and they like a Kyler Murray. Don't put him in there. You're gonna get broken. But check it. When you look at the receivers. Look at big receivers versus like the receivers have changed now, right? You had big receivers, which changed the corners. Corners used to be 5'10", 5'11", like the guys we got right now, right? And then all these big receivers start coming out. David Boston, Denson Jackson, T.O., Randy, all these tall, long receivers that could body you up and post you up. So then we started getting the Richard Shermans, the Browners, and all these taller, longer corners because of that, right? Now that we've gone to the slot receivers like Cups and Njigba and these guys that can get in and out of breaks fast, what do you see happening now? The same thing Parker's talking about. I don't care how fast your 40 is. How fast can you change directions? Because now you're going to have to against these guys because of what McVay brought back to the game and Shanahan. What they brought back to the game with the way they used their slot receivers made it so that you need corners that can get in and out of breaks again. So the game changes based off that. You had all these pass rushers in the game. We had a team full of aliens. We had one year we had Armstrong, Parsons, Sam Williams, Lawrence. You could stop there if you wanted. We had Chauncey, Gregory. Come on, man. We had all those guys on the same team, right? And still couldn't do a damn thing. Why? Because you can run at that. Our NASCAR package was the shit, and we was leading the league in sacks and pressures, though, right? But what happened when we played good teams, and good teams was playing us balanced? They said we ain't just gonna come out here and try to throw the ball on you because they calling it a passing league. Fuck it being a passing league. Fuck passing. If passing is the problem, we're going to see how these dudes stop the run. And what happened? They got ran through. And so I'm not saying it because I love that team. If you listen to my film back then, I was like, this is the shit. Just like y'all see right now. But we got beat bad doing it. So I said, I don't want to do that no more. I haven't seen this movie.
But Akoye, the thing is, and I put it in my video, we were behind. Like everybody else got aliens, but we were behind. We haven't invested. No, we didn't. We haven't invested in one tech in 30 years.
Okay. When you talk about one tech, I thought you were talking about edges. I'm about to say nobody has one tech.
But that's what I'm saying. Like with every great like edge, and Micah said it. That's why he said he didn't want to go to Philly unless who was there? Carter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
he did.
He said it out of his own mouth. He said, I don't want to go to Philly unless Carter's there. Because he understands how they're going to attack him and everything like that. That's every edge. Every edge want to play with a stout defensive tackle. We were behind.
Hold on. Let me pause y'all real quick, man. I want to let's crank the fight up. We gonna crank this fight up.
My dog's over there. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
No, you good. I want to crank the fight up, right now. See, we here to fight in a good way. So I got 2 fights.
What you got?
2 of them.
Why can't these edges be treated like Flournoy? Flournoy got to fight for his life. You know what I'm saying? We brought in Anthony Johnson. We brought in Valquez, right?
Dude, who just retired. But he gone now.
He did?
Scanlon. No, somebody else is retired. Paris Johnson.
Oh.
He was here.
Oh.
But he's not here.
Okay, yeah. So
you got Trayshawn Holden. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't lied.
Why do you think we're not fighting it out there?
No,
what makes you think we're not? Look how many people in that edge room right now.
Nah, that ain't.
I think they lacking numbers.
Nah, that ain't.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That ain't. Nah, man. That's
not fighting. That's Usher.
You got
No.
You got we file. You got. I'm just saying they're in the room.
No,
I'm not saying
no, bro. I'm talking about a good fight. See, I ain't talking about just like some.
You got BT.
See, you in boxing, bro. You know the difference between the amateur card, bro. We ain't talking about amateur card, bro.
You got BT. Motherfucking Joe.
No,
nobody
we still gotta give BT some sauce, bro. Come on, now.
Then you got. Hold on, listen. You got, and then this is the other thing y'all not counting because y'all did count it, but then y'all keep discounting it. Pass rushing is not just done on the edge. We do know this, right?
Oh yeah. That's why he brought up the blitz rate with Minnesota.
Okay, so when you got 3 guys in the middle too, that is slashers that can shoot the shit out of gaps, and Demo, Barham, and Winters. Okay, with the fronts that they have, that they can shoot. Yeah, we can blitz them when we want to. But outside of that, Barham also has outside flex too. So when you count in that room, you got to count Barham too. Barham, you got Sam Williams, who everybody forgot about because he had his first year back from his knee, and they looking at him as a special teamer this year. But everybody loved Sam Williams coming into last year. He had 1 year that last year coming into last year. Everybody thought Sam Williams would have a step forward. Sam Williams, to me.
I had to put the far boy on that boy, bro.
Last year, Sam Williams had a bad year, but last year he was coming back from an ACL,
and he might turn up. You might be right on that. I'm just
Parsons will turn up his first year back from an ACL tear.
I mean, you a boxer trainer. We know when a card is finna be competitive. You see what I'm saying? Like this.
Oh no.
And see, and I'm equating that to Flournoy having a fight. Like Flournoy has to fight. And he shouldn't have to fight. If anybody that's been progress stopped, is him. You know what I'm saying?
So do this for me before we do this, right?
All right.
And do this for me. Mm-hmm. Outside of maybe Cincinnati, who got a better front? Even with Malachi and Ez starting on the opposite side of Gary, who got a better front this year? Front 7.
Front 7?
7?
Yeah.
We got question marks. We don't even know who the starters
are.
Okay.
You right on listen, when you say middle though, listen, I don't question our middle.
Whoever you want a middle.
See, because what you did is you added our super strength to the edge conversation. I want to keep them out.
They have to count. If they taking double teams and crushing the A gap, that makes it so that
they
guys
do
like
count.
No, guys like Houston, guys that just rush wide, right? Who really don't have counters, now have a shot. You know why? Because the A gap ain't there no more for you to step up, and we watched them do that last year.
We know they dope, Akoye, but we gotta separate the middle from the edge. We have to, because we got we do. We have to separate them because we know they dope. What we say? This is why we gotta. Let me tell you why we gotta separate. Because in my opinion, Akoye, it's about taking full advantage of Quentin Williams by having super winners on the outside that we fully trust can win.
I'm saying, what teams have winners inside and out everywhere on a defense like we do?
You got to invest into it.
No, who else got it?
Well, I mean, we're here today to talk about the outside because that's where we disagree.
I'm saying the outside is affected by the inside. Yes,
no, it definitely is.
But it
definitely
is. Boss, pull up my thing.
We're playing 3-4 now. We're not playing 4-3 either. We're playing a different scheme.
True.
Right? But you got Quentin Williams. We watched what Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark were doing on the field together last year, right?
Yes.
Now, if you add, if we're playing Marcus Dixon fronts, right? That's already a boost. But if you watch we watched Jonathan Bullock film together, I think. I think we watched some of it.
No, I don't think we did.
Okay, but I did a lot of film on him. But if you look at him or even Agbo, right? Either one of those guys out there are also a force multiplier on first and second down. If we're playing our base formation, you're not dealing with those. Those three guys are taking up your entire offensive line. Who is left to block anybody on the outside in the first place? If it takes five.
For one, you're assuming if we're going in bare front.
No, if we're going in 3-4, just 3-4. Those three guys in the interior of the field.
We're gonna be in 4 down. I'm telling you, we in 3-4 personnel. We're gonna be in 4 down. So if you're talking about if you have them three tackles out there,
you're talking about 6-1.
Huh?
You talking about 6-1?
Yeah, that's but gonna be. If we're gonna have them 3 out there plus the 2 edges, that's what I'm saying.
In a 3-4 defense, those 3 guys will be out there as well. In your base 3-4, you have 3 down linemen and still 2 outside linebackers. It's still a 5-man front. So either way, no matter what scheme, what way you deploy it, either way you got a 5-man front. So 3 of them in the interior are occupying 4 to 5 offensive linemen. So who is left to block?
We're blitzing.
Why would I need no? In a 3-4 scheme,
3 plus the 2, that's 5. We're blitzing. 5 is a blitz.
You don't know which one is coming. In a 3-4, either outside linebacker can be high at any time, depending on what
we simulated pressure. So we're sending 4.
That's not simulated pressure in the 3-4. So you telling me when Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd was playing in the 3-4, they was simulating pressure? Like that is a zone blitzing scheme from Dick LeBeau. But in a 3-4 scheme, your outside linebackers fire off. Both of them can fire off, or one can. It doesn't matter. But you don't know which one is coming ever.
That's simulated.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's simulated.
Either,
so we're sending 4.
Either R5. Yeah. It doesn't matter though. Either way, when you send the 4. But I know what a blitz is. But either way, when you send, I'm just saying. If you're playing 3-4 and you got 2 outside linebackers, right? If you're playing the 3-4, 3 guys in the interior are taking up 5 or 4 to 5 offensive linemen in this defense because they all require a double team. You can't single up not one of them. So it don't matter which of the 4 are coming. It don't matter. Whoever's coming though is not dealing with. He either dealing with tight ends or he dealing with half a tackle because those guys on the interior are now collapsing the interior of that offensive line. To tell me that don't count, why did we do it in the first place then if it don't count? That's why we did it. That's why we went from exterior to interior. We went from edge.
Got a super chat.
We went from edge principle to interior principle because of that.
We got a super chat.
That's why we did it.
And you got entered into the raffle with the super chat. He said they need one more interior D lineman. I don't really think we do.
I don't think so. I think Overton.
I think we fine.
We got like 8 of them.
Yeah, we got like 20 of them. Yeah. But I'm listening. Let me read the super chat. He said need to add a nose tackle because they need Q and Quinn to be interior chess pieces. They actually are. And we got dope depth. We got dope ass depth. Like I don't think we need to talk about the middle at all.
You could play a Toye at the nose. You could play
and Toye. Yeah, but going into year 2,
that's better. At the nose. You can play Bullet at the nose. All those guys have nose flex.
And all of them would have been starters
Kenny Clark
in previous administrations.
We loaded the interior. But can you pull up my graphic though? That's what I'm.
You got 5 graphics.
I said 3, number 3.
Okay, my bad. Hey, and I'm finna listen. We go crank this fight up a little bit more too. I got one more thing that's gonna get us boxing.
This is why. Like, we got to separate the D tackles because the amount of the pressures they win is not even close to what edge rushers win. You know, like I understand you saying they command and double team, but if you're winning, you're commanding more attention. So like I wanted to show this is like I said, it's according to ESPN. Nick Herbig, everybody love. He was winning at 25. Notice I put the top guys. Notice how the D tackle with Chris Jones, who was an outlier because he lined up 63% D tackle and he lined up at the end, but he was good. But notice how there's a jump. Quentin Williams is not even winning at a rate that is like top 10. Now, honestly, can you move a fade? He's barely winning at a rate that's top 20 in terms of edge rushes, which is Malcolm Kuntz from the Las Vegas Raiders. So this is why when we talk about pressure rate, we talk about interior pressure rate. They don't win.
But you're a film guy, bro.
They don't win at the same percentage at this. They don't win at the same percentage.
Brother.
I'm just saying.
You are a film guy, man. You got to marry the two. You know that. Come on, man. You got to marry the two. Marry the film to the sets because these is fuzzy numbers for this reason. All right, not the numbers themselves.
Wait. Hey, you said that money looking fun in the light.
Because if you comparing a defensive tackle's win rate, knowing that he's dealing with double teams, triple teams, and then sometimes he's the wedge guy that's trying to free up those guys on stunts on the outside for them to get free so fast in the first place. That's a sacrificial lamb. So if I'm the wedge guy, meaning I'm driving into the beat gap so that you can pin around me on a stunt, right? No, I'm not trying to win.
You're assuming everybody is stunning, though. That's the thing.
I'm not saying everybody's stunting. I'm just saying that defensive tackles deal with double teams way more than an edge ever will.
But I'm saying, like, why? So this is the thing.
Unless that edge is Michael.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying
Michael don't deal with double teams because he's weak side.
No, hold on, Akoye. Because you was knocking this list because it didn't have guys who basically do what Rashawn Gary do. But we're not understanding you holding up. There's a reason why you have that job in the first place. Like, I'm not having no designated guy who's winning at this rate. I'm not having him do those certain things. You feel me? And I don't believe that double team rate all that anyway creates an edge.
Rashawn Gary's first year not being 19% pressure rate.
Hold on. You want to talk about film? we watched Max Crosby get triple teamed on an entire game. They were sending 2 tight ends and a tackle after him to stop him. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we saw Nick Herbig. He stayed with a tight end chip or a running back chip to his side. Like, we can't just assume that edge rushers are not seeing their command opportunity. That they're winning more. They're going to command more opportunity.
Are you talking about chips or are you talking about reroutes? What are we talking about?
You said
they're different. They're different, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, hold on.
I'm just saying, if I'm rerouting guys, am I trying to win?
I got to pause you real quick, just Akoye, real quick. I got to do this for both of y'all real quick. Just real quick. I got to do this.
Oh, why are we stopping the point? I'm not
because I'm trying to cap for both of y'all. Because let me tell you what I'm
not trying to be smart.
No, it's not even that. Just hear me out. This is just from a content perspective. I'm enjoying this heavyweight fight. That's all I'm saying. I'm just enjoying the back and forth true war to try to get this right. That's all. Keep going.
So, again, if we're talking about chips, meaning the running back's trying to block me on his way out or just block me, period. If you watch anybody, I'm not going to keep like single out Rashawn Gary, but if you look at Rashawn Gary when he's dealing with actual double teams, that's not his issue. His issue is when you ask him not to rush because he's floating over a fucking tight end, or you line him up in no man's land outside the tight end and don't even scheme for him. All these guys are also, most of these guys get schemed for, except for Sweat. I'll give him his respect on that. They don't move around. They don't move Sweat around a lot. They line him up and say beat the guy. That's pretty much it. Everybody.
The Texans. They
Will Anderson too. Will Anderson too. And you never hear me say nothing about Will Anderson.
Yeah, but Denver.
But you know what they never do with those guys though? They never say, "Hey, before you go after the quarterback, we want you to go hit this tight end over here, right? When you already in top five in sacks in the season, we're going to take you off the field too." In passing that, I don't understand why that is not a thing.
Here's my disconnect. I see like you're knocking the main guys who the hoopers because they're not the screen setters. There's a reason why Gary is the screen setter.
What's
and
the
he's
reason?
not the other guy. Because I got
reason?
Micah Parsons. Will I have Micah Parsons in the screens?
What? Oh my God.
No, I'm saying you're saying that these guys
I don't want to do because now you're gonna make me throw a rock at the bull, and I don't even want to throw a rock.
Man,
at
throw the rock. Throw it. Throw the whole damn rock.
He ain't a Cowboy no more.
Throw it. He ain't a Cowboy. Throw the rock.
He ain't a Cowboy.
Okay. Did you've seen Micah Parsons sacks last year, right?
Last year?
Okay. Yeah. His sacks last year.
All
right?
of it, but I mean we saw.
We saw his sacks last year, right? A lot of his sacks came either in bum time or in the A gap or moving him around all over the place, trying to get him open so they can justify the money that they paid him. That's what they were doing. So it doesn't make and I'm not trying to make this a big conspiracy theory thing, right? But it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to spend $50 million on the guy if you got another guy that's beating him in sacks, right? Suddenly after week 8, after the middle of the season, suddenly they stopped putting Micah Parsons on the edge. We already looked through this because he couldn't stop the run versus Pittsburgh. They were just running right at him. So they said, we're not doing this no more. They moved him to like 4-tech and off-ball crawl in the middle of the A-gap, stuff like that. They weren't leaving him out on the edge anymore to set edges anymore, right? Why is that, though? Why is that?
I mean, I think that's a two-part. Like, would you don't want Micah to hunt the mismatch?
I'm saying if Gary, you just said why is Gary setting the screens? If he's winning, if he was beating the guy who's not supposed to be setting the screens, right? While setting screens, that's a problem.
No, I'm saying I think you're trying to give them credit because of the role they're playing, but I'm saying there's a reason
I'm not giving them,
they play the role they play.
It is a reason, but the reason wasn't because you try to take it as the reason as if he doesn't have the ability that those other guys have, and that would be
not at the same level.
When he's on the field, he does. When he's on the field,
as these guys, these guys.
Name the guys. Name the guys that Gary. I need you to name them, Lou. Name them guys, please.
You just said Josh Sweat.
Okay,
he not Josh Sweat.
Nick Burton.
Hold on, you said Josh Sweat. You just said Max Crosby, Josh Sweat, right? We talking about productivity, right?
Yeah, productivity. He not Josh Sweat.
Okay.
On pass rush, no.
I'm talking about snap for snap when he's on the field, right?
No, I'm talking about pass rush.
No, when he can't pass rush if he ain't on the field. If you taking him off the field and pass rush,
yeah, when he on the field, but even when on the field, he not Josh Sweat in pass rush.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
brother, listen, how many snaps did Josh Sweat got to Gary snaps?
I don't even think Gary is clowning.
How many snaps? How many snaps? What?
I said that.
Sick, bro. That's
disrespectful.
I mean, but they
I ain't trying to disrespect them.
No, all sick.
It's just listen, because this is what I honed in on. Akoye, it's what I honed in on. When I honed in on pass rush, when I honed in on now, if you talking about complete, me and you can box. Okay, we can box that all out. But when we talking about pass rush, Sweat on one knee is better than Gary.
Go to the fourth. Go to the fourth graphic.
How many snaps? Go see how many snaps Sweat played last year for 12 sacks. How many snaps he played?
I don't have a snap.
Go look at it. Why not?
You saying because he had more snaps? So you saying he had more snaps?
It does count. Like no. Snaps is opportunities. You're right. Listen, Akoye, I'm like you. I'm fair. I'm fair like you.
You can't.
I'm fair like you, but I still look at the quality of how you won.
Let's use one guy. Let's use one guy to make the numbers real easy for you. Because y'all keep throwing them. Y'all just threw him out there, right?
Hold on, wait. Akoye, right? Hold on. Akoye, let me take this super chat. Just real quick.
So y'all keep stopping.
No, we not gonna stop you, bro. But you know we gotta respect the money, bro. Come on now. We run a business over here, bro. We run a business over here, brother.
If y'all don't agree with
a business over here, brother,
I'll shut up.
Let me read this super chat, and I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Because I swear, this is the only way to get better when people fight this shit out. I love it. Hold on real quick. He say, boss, show me. You like a NBA coach calling the timeout when the other team.
Yeah, he keep doing it.
I ain't doing Akoye like that. Man, y'all not finna lie on me like that. You a goddamn lie. You ain't gonna do me like that. You ain't gonna lie on me like that, man. No, man. No. And plus, Akoye is a professional, bro. He know how to keep his points. Come on now. We dealing with a first-class YouTuber over here, bro. Man, Akoye gonna get right back on point. Man, I can call a timeout whenever I want to. He gonna get right back and run his offense. Let's go, Akoye.
Yo, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling it up for you, man. 1 second. You know that's true, Lou. You know
hell no, man. You got you a minion up in here, man. Who was sent to my channel to put this bullshit in here?
I don't need that.
What kind of minion you got up in here, man? T-Money, you in here working for Akoye? What the hell going on, bro? How you gonna shoot a slug at your boy boss? What's going on, man?
I'm gonna let you do it, boss. Listen. Okay. We talking about on the field productivity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how many we can go career first if you want to go career. These two guys started the same year. That's Max Crosby and Rashawn Gary, both 2019. Rashawn Gary didn't start his first year either, but we starting from 2019 to now, right? Mm-hmm. Rashawn Gary has only 3,600 snaps in his entire career for 46 sacks, something like that, right? And 111 QB hits and 175 pressures and 3,600 snaps. Okay, right? Max Crosby has double the snaps. He has 6,500 snaps, 3,000 more for 20 more sacks. Yeah, 69 sacks to 46 sacks and 3,000 more snaps.
Hold on, are you implying if they switch roles?
I'm trying to see what you're implying here.
I'm implying that if Gary played the amount of snaps that he played, snap for snap, when he's on the field, he's doing what Max Crosby doing when he's on the field.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, Akoye, a Max?
You on the?
Oh God.
I'm talking about productivity. Yes, for sure.
God, please, no.
No. Man, you tripping.
No.
Max?
No.
Max.
Max?
Numbers is numbers. They don't lie. They don't change because you put your hands on your head. Numbers don't change because you put your hands on your head, bro.
No,
I'm talking about the number.
What about the
I'm talking about his number of sacks. And on the film, did you watch Gary whoop Lane Johnson ass? And what's his name from the Rams?
Pull up my phone.
Okoye, I'm open to what you're saying.
He's beating. He's whooping their ass.
Okoye, when did
None
that
of these
happen?
dudes be beating no time. What?
No.
Happened?
And I'm not.
2024.
I'm being honest. Okay, I wasn't caught up to that. So he whooped his ass in 2024.
The Super Bowl year.
Okay.
I'm
listening.
Right.
Okoye, I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you out.
Super Bowl year in the playoffs at that.
I'm hearing you, bro. I'm listening to you, bro. I didn't watch it. I did not watch it.
While we see, that's
no.
I'm
fair like you. I'm fair like you. Listen, that's one thing we gonna do. I'm fair like you. If I say I didn't watch it, if I say I didn't watch it, I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just Max Crosby being compared to Gary is kind of wow.
It's not. That's the problem though, right?
Now I'm open to being outside the box, bro. So I ain't gonna never judge you for doing you because I respect you for that. Hold on. Let me first say this. I respect you greatly for that. I always respect seeing somebody that's willing to say something that's way different than most willing to say.
I'm crazy. Call me crazy. I don't mind.
And listen, and I want to get your back on this too, real quick.
You tell me.
Let me get your back on this before we fight. Before we box on this, because I'm gonna box you back on this. But before we box on this, I first want to give my boy back and say this is also what to me has always made Akoye great is that he's willing to stand on his research. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to say that, you know what I mean? And I'm also going to be always honest and say, when I didn't see it, I'm going to say I didn't see it. And then I'm going to go catch up and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But I want to first have your back before you shoot your slug back. But go.
But go ahead. I was going to ask, so
you're saying Gary, like every time he sees, what's his name? The tackle, Lane Johnson.
Yeah. Somebody say always, boss.
Are you saying like he gives him work every time you see him?
He gives him work every time you see him.
Yeah, like
in 2024, and
that's what Max.
In 2024, he played him twice.
Yeah,
he the only person that got 2 sacks against him in 2024, and like 5 pressures in 2024 against him. In 2024, their Super Bowl year.
You know you played him last year too, right?
Yeah, he played.
Pull up my next graphic.
Which one?
4. I'm going in order. No.
Don't you ain't gotta check me, dog. I'm
hold on.
You want, Lou checking me, dog. What's going on? Lou checking me, dog.
Go to the next one. My bad. Graphic 5. Go to the next one.
Hey, Lou, why you checking me, dog? What I do to you, bro?
Because
that boy Lou checked me. Hey, graphic 5. Graphic 4, boss, get your shit together.
Now, hold up. Time out.
That boy, hey, Lou, you ain't have to check me. I ain't say nothing to you, Lou.
No, pull it back up. Come on, Akoye.
Put the graphic back up. Put it up.
Let him talk.
Put it up.
Let's go. I'm liking this.
I can go on AI and make graphics to try to create a trap for a conversation if I want.
Wait, take it easy.
But I can also watch the fucking film and tell me what you see on it. Ooh. Because do you see Michael Parsons beating Lane Johnson ever in his entire career? Has he beat him?
I'm just letting you know what he did last year.
Has he beat him ever?
I'm letting you know what he did last year.
Has he beat him ever?
I'm just saying, I saw.
Are you going to answer that?
I saw Gary get 7.5 sacks and then
make a graphic for it.
Get 0 sacks.
Wait.
Make a graphic for it.
Here's the graphic.
He played Lane Johnson. He played
Make a graphic for that.
Let's go.
I also have the numbers that when Mike is on the field, they're winning a pass rushing rate at 43.9%, and without him, it's 23. Like that's verified numbers.
Who said that Michael Parsons ain't a pass rusher? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying, but
Michael Parsons and Gary on the field at the same time, why the hell wouldn't they not go up? That don't make no sense. That's still giving. Ain't Rashawn Gary on the field with him when that's happening?
Yes.
Okay. What you talking about then? So, but listen, and then in the playoffs, was Michael Parsons in the playoffs?
No, it's
Was
on
Micah
off.
Parsons in the playoffs?
That was
He-
on
he-
off numbers. It was on off numbers.
Okay,
Like basketball.
if you take one pass rusher off the field, but what's the opposite when those other guys is over there? Whatever number 99 was, and the other guy that's not Gary. Did they get any sacks? Were they getting any pressure? Doing anything?
No.
Okay, so that's why I said it's a lopsided infographic. But we can make infographics. But fuck an infographic. Look at the film of what he's doing.
Not fuck the graphic, Akoye. Hey man, that's a foul. That's a foul. You're fouling right now. You're fouling.
Beautiful. Hold on. Listen, y'all keep cutting me off.
Nah, I'm messing with you, bro. Nah, we having fun, bro. This is all good, bro. Nah, this is a good fight. But, hey, bro, we fuck with you, Akoye, bro. You know it ain't personal.
I'm talking my shit too.
Yeah. I'm loving this.
I don't want to take away from the artistry of the infographic. I'm just saying, bro.
This motherfucker, damn! And I had 2 shots. I'm loving this.
He gonna put it up there too. But listen, even when you take Micah Parsons off the field, again, it don't make sense because when Micah Parsons was off the field, Gary still not asked to pass rush. They was asking him to still reroute tight ends. With 8 sacks though, you got 8 sacks for the season. Why the fuck wouldn't you be on the field if Micah Parsons hurt? Why you still got guys who ain't getting no sacks on the field in obvious pass situations? He was the one getting the sacks during the rest of the season. So when Micah Parsons got hurt, they never changed his role after Micah Parsons got hurt. They still kept him doing it.
That was week 15. He got hurt. That was week 15.
No, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Okay, Lou. Let me pause both of y'all.
That don't make sense.
Let me connect what y'all saying. Let me connect. Because I've been listening. So Akoye is saying, especially because we started off with win rate. Remember we started off with win rate. Yeah. And Akoye was saying the win rate is skewed because of the scheme. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Hold on. I'm keeping up with both of y'all.
And it's on the film. You can watch it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you. We go sit down and show me that shit too.
But my counter to that,
because I know you will. Okay, I fuck with you, bro.
So what's your point? So are you saying?
No. Wait. I'm trying to pause y'all and bridge this before y'all fight. Listen, man. Can I pause the fight for a second? God damn. Can I pause it? Listen, I can't stop this fight. They just want to fight. Let me pause y'all and connect you, Akoye, before you box. I know you're a fighter. Akoye, let me pause you just for a second. I got you. Because the boy is a fighter. Damn. Let me just connect what y'all saying. So, and I'm being fair. Like you, I'm being fair. Akoye made a valid point. Scheme affected win rate, right? Lou is saying, if I'm understanding you right, Lou, I'm trying to connect y'all before we start the fight again. So Lou is saying with Micah Parsons, you still should have saw a more effective Gary, right? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, I understand the role he's playing. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's a reason why I'm telling Shaq to sell the screens. I'm telling Penny Hardaway to pull up. You know what I'm saying? But just because, maybe Shaq can pull up. Now, maybe that's in his bag. But I'm saying there's a reason why he's doing it.
It's not. That's why I said I know for a fact now for sure, and I'm not trying to play you or nothing. I know you haven't watched the last end of the season of Gary's sacks or Gary's pass rushes. I know you haven't. Because if you're saying that and you look at Wyatt got 3 sacks because of Gary. I'm talking about against JJ in the game against Minnesota. Gary literally jumped and bear hugged JJ over his back. JJ, he slides off of him. Wyatt comes and cleans the sack up and gets the sack. Gary had the sack. That was Gary's sack. So that'd have been sack number 8 or 9 right there, right? Then the same game, Gary hits JJ's hand. His hand go forward, and it's an interception to whoever their middle linebacker is because Gary hit his hand. It would have been a forced fumble had it not been caught. That would have been 2 sacks that game. You get what I'm saying? In the playoffs, he did the same thing to Caleb Williams and Bullard dropped the interception that would have won the game actually, but he don't get credit for that. He had 6 pressures in that game too. They said he didn't have none. I'm watching the game. You know what I'm saying? So when you watch the game and say Gary just was like standing over there not getting no penetration or getting no pressures, that's bullshit. If you're watching the game, you watching him get 2 hands on quarterback. Now his knock, the only knock I gave him, and I really said it to him and his people, you got to finish when you get 2 hands on the quarterback. But he did that 7 times throughout the stretch of the last stretch of the game.
Hold on.
So
you said he did it. He had his hands on the
quarterback
and
7 times against Young. Didn't finish. But other guys is finishing off it, including Parsons. Yeah. Guys is finishing off of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So when you see that, and you say but to look at the stats and say, oh, he got no sack, he recorded no sacks down the stretch. That don't make no sense to me. If you're creating sacks for other guys because of the shit you're doing, and you're actually creating incomplete passes, interception opportunity. Valentine is trash.
Hold on.
Valentine
Wait. You say create sacks?
Creating sacks for other guys, yeah. Wyatt got 3. Wyatt only had like what? Wyatt just got a contract or something like, right? Wyatt only had like 4 sacks, I think, last year. 3 of them came because of Gary. You can watch them. I don't gotta make it up. Just watch it.
I'm just not.
Please. And you can watch it with me because I already got it cut up for you. I'll send it to you.
I'm being 1,000 with you, bro. I'm always being 1,000.
I'll be 10,000.
Yeah, always. Like when you creating sacks for other people, that's a value. I'm not gonna take away from the value for that. I want to see you get your sacks, bro. If I want you to be my closer, I want you to get my sacks.
But I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm not gonna give you answers.
We talking.
No, I'm gonna ask you questions so you can answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If was Gary getting sacks and finishing in the first half of the season? Was he? Was he in the top?
I looked at each one of his sacks. I saw half of them as cleanup sacks. I didn't see them as athletic sacks. That's what I said, like, that obvious and openly, bro. Like, and I did the film study before he was a Dallas Cowboy.
I saw Micah create a lot of his sacks. I really did. I saw Micah create a lot of his sacks.
That's what I can't say that part, but I will say I saw cleanup sacks, which is effort. I give him effort.
Yeah. What was Micah getting though? He was getting sacks. You just said you want to see you get your own. I ain't talking about
Micah. I looked at Gary.
You just said I want to see you get your own sacks though. That's what you said, right?
because when I looked at him,
so that means I shouldn't be.
I looked at his sacks and I looked at was it you cleaning up behind somebody else?
Beating Micah in sacks? Wasn't he beating Micah in sacks for half the year until they changed the scheme?
Yeah,
wasn't he? Wasn't he?
Was he beating Micah in sacks?
Was he leading the team in sacks?
I think that might come down to snaps, though. That might come down to snaps, like what you said. Because remember,
he played less snaps because
he was on the pitch count too.
He plays less snaps than Micah.
He played less snaps
historically.
Wait, Akoye.
Gary only plays half the game. He plays 30 snaps a game.
I want to pull this back and let's narrow down what you're saying. Are you saying that Gary is the pass
Y'all
rusher
keep changing.
that Micah is? No, I'm asking you a question. Is Gary the pass rusher that Micah is? Because that's what you're kind of insinuating.
I'm talking about product. You said that I want to see you get your
sacks. So like I put it like this. Micah is a way better pass rusher. Way better. Like way better than Gary.
Way better with his legs.
And pass rush. Now, you might try to make a counter argument.
He's a speed rusher, and he doesn't have any knees anymore. So until we know, right? Until he comes back. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's hurt. But before he was hurt, he was better than Gary at pass rush.
I would never argue that Gary and Micah are the same as a pass rusher. I'm saying productivity-wise, Gary can do things Micah cannot do, even when he can't speed rush. He'll run straight through your fucking face, and he's a power rusher. Micah's a speed rusher. They're two different types of rushers. So I'm not going to say they're the same type of rusher or the same rusher. But to say that Gary putting
I'm saying better. Micah is clearly better on pass rush.
Listen,
by a lot.
By a lot?
Oh, by a whole lot.
A big margin.
No.
I mean, so
where does Micah get his sacks? Where do we get his sacks?
Hold on.
Where does he get his sacks?
Okay, why did they trade for Micah? Why did they trade for Micah? Why
did
they sell they sold for Micah?
So they better now than they was last year? Are they better now? He's still there.
No, I'm saying theoretically.
Are they better now?
I'm saying theoretically. What drove them to the point to give us 2 first rounders and a player?
Because they thought that Micah Parsons would take them to another level.
But what was the problem? No, they tried to trade for a solution. What was the problem?
They wanted somebody to couple with Gary.
No, they wanted a pass rusher. Last year they wasn't saying that Gary and Parsons was going to be the best outside linebacker duo in the league last year.
It was hype. It was hype.
Now you're talking like Gary was he's a piece of shit and they needed Micah.
Wait, Akoye, we're not gonna do that. Nobody called Gary a piece of shit. Wait, we're not gonna do that.
Micah wasn't shit here.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, nobody called Gary a piece of shit.
In the playoff here.
No, we're not going to do that.
Why did they go get Micah? Y'all still not listening to me. Y'all said, why did they go get Micah?
I'm totally listening to you.
They went and got Micah to get to the next level, right? Why would you go get a guy
I will
who
agree
ain't
with
did
that.
shit in the playoffs ever to get to the next level when he don't do nothing on the next level? Whenever he gets in big games, what does Micah do? What has he done for us? He
In
was
big
here doing
games?
In big games?
it. In the biggest games that we've ever played in the playoffs, what was Micah doing?
Are you talking about in terms of impact or production?
Both pressures
Yes,
and production.
We just explained the impact that he
Both.
has. We explained the impact he has. Teams don't pass the ball on us. You don't pass the ball when 11 or number 1 is on the field.
And you definitely run the ball more with a
And you
Michael
definitely
Parsons.
better run the damn ball.
And you
Like,
run
just be
at
for real.
him. Like
At
you
who?
have to scheme
At
for Michael
Micah.
Parsons,
You
bro.
have to-
We saw
we
the
scheme.
Dallas Cowboys
The
greatly
Dallas
scheme for
Cowboys.
Michael Parsons, bro.
we
And
had
this
to
is no
scheme the
knock
best
against
game of our
Gary,
life.
bro, but this is just the facts.
They ran at Micah Parsons. Hold
What
up.
you
Dak
supposed
Prescott
to?
Put up
You
40
supposed
points
to.
on this nigga. What y'all talking
Wait,
about?
on
He put up
him?
an
We're
honest-
not gonna do that, Akoye.
He put up an honest 40 on him.
on
They
him.
ran right at him.
Hey,
They ran right at him the whole
hey,
game.
you know what?
Look, Koye,
They
we didn't
ran.
win
We didn't win
of him.
because we
We didn't win because of him.
Oh,
We
wait,
didn't
wait,
win because of him.
wait. Let me
Because of
pause
him.
this. Let me
We didn't
pause
win
this.
because of fucking Sanborn.
Oh, wait,
The
wait,
ball
wait.
hit Sanborn
I've been-
fucking
I-
head
wait.
with a minute left.
We didn't
That's
Hold
why
on,
they-
hold on.
There
Hey,
was no fucking
Akoye,
Parsons.
Lou,
There wasn't no sack either.
let
They
me
gave
pause
him the
y'all
sack
for
on
a
top of that.
second.
Hold up.
Let me pause y'all
You can't
just for a
tell
second.
me that the bull is the shit we put up 40 without no interceptions, without no fucking no nothing. He put up an honest 40 points.
But
Dak put up 40
that
on him.
wasn't all just running
Hold
at
on.
Micah
Was
though,
that-
bro.
was
We
that
ain't gonna do
easy?
that.
They
dog.
put up an
But
honest
hold on, real
40
quick.
on bull.
Hold
Y'all
on.
talking like
Let
he
me
was like- like he
pause
did
this
some shit.
real
Brought that
quick.
game up like he didn't get his ass whooped that game. He got his
No.
ass whooped that game.
I mean,
No.
see,
He
it's hold on,
whooped
wait.
our ass
Lou, let me
that day.
pause.
Hold on.
Lou, let me
He
pause.
whooped our ass.
Lou, wait.
He whooped our
Let me
ass.
say this real quick.
I would put defense
me-
is to stop points.
Wait,
Your job on
Akoye,
defense is to
I
not let
fully
niggas
looked
score.
at that game
If a nigga put up
versus
40
Green
points on
Bay.
You
I
ain't
can
beat
tell
our
you.
ass.
Man, we
tell
listen.
you. I
Are
can
we
tell
at a
you.
point to where we can't pull back? We have to be able to
Never.
pull back to order, please.
If I could
Order,
put up
please,
40
in the
points
court.
on you,
Order,
ain't no way you can
order
say you
in the
stopped this
court.
shit. Like, what you talking about? He put up 40 points on the ball.
order.
And he was throwing the ball all over the place.
Okoye, I
That was
got
Dak's
you.
best game
Okoye, I
against
got
Michael
you.
Parsons.
Hold on. Order
Yes,
to the
best game
court.
of the year.
Order.
Against Michael
Hold
Parsons.
on, wait.
Prime time.
Hey, wait. So what I'm seeing is we gonna need a part 4. We gonna need a part 4 show on this one. We gonna need a part 4. We gonna need a part. Let me tell you what the part 4
And
gonna be.
y'all try to
Okoye, hear me out. Okoye, I got you, man.
man.
You ain't gonna act like we bully you. You ain't gonna do that shit to us. No, wait. Hey, man, you pulling out all the dirty punches now. Now you hitting the kidney. You headbutting.
Lou, he said, pull up the graphic. He was like, pull up. He said,
He did.
He said,
Pull up the graphic.
This nigga said, release the Kraken.
He did.
Release the Kraken.
Hey, man. Okoye, he did say pull up the graphic.
Pull up the graphic. I said, oh, shit.
Hey man, but you been been different since that graphic though, Okoye. You been different. You been boxing hard, boy. You been headbutting. You been hitting the
I was like, because what Bull say? He said, I like this kind of party. I like this kind of. We gonna hit low. We going low. I like this kind of
I
party.
love it. Hey,
I hit low. I hit lower.
let me pull y'all back real quick and say we do got to do a part 4. And part 4 got to be filmed. Period.
All right.
Cause see, I haven't, and you know,
Y'all did me dirty, man.
no, hell no, you ain't finna do that shit. No,
Let me finish. Let me finish my statement. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay,
Y'all haven't watched everybody y'all told me to watch, bro. In all due respect,
you did the
I watched
work.
them all.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta watch Gary before you judge him.
No,
Just
we
watch
watched him.
And I don't
So
mean
you
just
not
watch
gonna
it
do us
back.
like
Some of y'all
that.
did.
You go
Some of y'all
insult us
not
like
saying,
that.
Not bringing up shit like that. Not saying he ain't get no sacks down the stretch. Not knowing that he should have had 7 more. Now let's say he just tackled 4 more guys. So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you like a time to kill. Remember Time to Kill when they had to change your philosophy on that? Right? If Gary would have just tackled the quarterback 4 more times and you had 11 sacks, would y'all be saying these things about Gary?
No, I'm gonna tell you what I'll be saying.
I feel better. Yeah.
And
You feel better if you have
hold
4
on.
more sacks.
Lou answer.
right?
Lou, no, hold on, Okoye. Lou answer. Let me
Okay,
answer.
go ahead.
So what I would do is I would judge just like you judge, because you said that the only knock you had on him is he need to finish, right?
There you go.
So now
I
hear me,
said that
hear me out, Okoye. So what I would do is what I did when I first looked at Gary, and I looked at everyone his pressure, and I looked at everyone his sacks, because that's what we focusing on, the closer. You see what I'm saying? So I would have judged him based on how he finished, and I would have added that to his equation of my judgment.
It's something else that you got to add to that too, right?
I'm listening.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Is it easier to pass rush in an obvious pass situation or in a run pass situation? Which one is easier?
Oh, pass rush in the pass situation. That's much easier.
Okay. Where's Gary getting his? Because he only on the field for first and second down.
Well, listen, this is the thing. And listen, I'm meeting you honestly and see.
You getting sacks on play actions.
No, I'm hearing you. Listen.
That's hard.
Akoye, this is where me and your relationship come into place. And this is the best part about me and Akoye relationship. When I say let's get to the film, I know we gonna do that. And I know it's gonna come with the context, it's gonna come with the timing of when the sacks happen, and it's gonna come with the context of all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we are all here. We are all here for the improvement for the Dallas Cowboys. Right? That's why we even having this, discussion / a little bit of a box, right? And that's why I'm also pushing for another veteran pass rusher. But I've been rocking with you a long time, Akoye. A long time. There's been times to where I saw it different than you and then looked after you and said, actually, he's right. Because it's not about me.
I've done that.
Yeah, we've both done that with each other. That's why
I'll
we have
tell
a
you
mutual
when you're right.
We have
and
a mutual respect.
I was dead wrong on that one.
We have a
I was
massive
pro in
mutual
front of everybody.
respect.
You can't be scared to be wrong. If you do that, then it start eating your integrity goes after that because you're gonna start changing what you say to kind of align with the hedging of your bets.
Right.
But on this one, I don't think I'm wrong on this one. But at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
When you look at what we have here, the reason I push back so hard is not because I'm trying to just speak up for Gary only. It's disrespectful to this entire defensive unit, man. We got the narrative should not be what don't we have and we in trouble. The narrative should be everybody. We don't have the problem. We are the fucking problem. We got a crazy ass defense now. We did not have this last year. We didn't have it last year.
No,
our defense is much better this year already.
I'm not disrespecting defense, Akoye. You miscategorized.
Our defense, but no, what I'm saying is y'all got more power than you think.
I know we got power. We got power.
So when we start these ripples, right? The reason y'all think I'm arguing with y'all is because y'all acolytes are people who believe what we say, come to me, and they start saying things that like it's doom and gloom. If we don't get another war daddy, we're dead. I'm like, no, the fuck we not.
See now, you
we are not done.
us on that, bro.
If we don't, no, I'm saying I'm not talking. See, no, you're not listening.
You said our lookalikes, bro. You kind of said some real kind of like damaging things there.
It's not damaging.
You are damaging us with that. You said our lookalikes, like we're saying that, and we're not saying that.
No, I said acolytes. People who listen to us.
Because we're not saying that. Okay, can I be clear on what I'm saying?
Our fans take what we say though, and they interpret it how they want.
Can I say what I'm saying though, so you can shoot me on what I'm actually saying?
Hold on, bro.
But I want to say what I'm saying, so you can shoot me based on what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is I want more competition in the edge room, and I want to have somebody that I feel that has wit. Hold on, this gonna help you till you go like this. With Gary, I want somebody like Gary. I want somebody. You see what I'm saying? That adds to the room. That's all I'm saying is I want somebody that we trust Gary as a veteran. Hear me out. We trust Gary as a veteran. I want another veteran. I don't want to trust Donovan as Rocco. I don't want to trust Malachi Lawrence. I'm very frank on that. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be honest on that. I don't want to trust a year 1, year 2 guy. I don't. I swear to God, I don't. But I want somebody with Gary, and I want them rookies and year 1, year 2 guys to have to fight this shit out and win they shit fair and square. I want to be very clear on what I'm saying.
The Eagles did the same thing. They had that same philosophy. They went out and got Phillips last year. What did he do? They went and got Huff the year before that. What did he do? Right? Get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They went and did the same things because they had the same thought. Right? Mm-hmm. What did they do though? What did they provide? They were progress stoppers that didn't do shit when they were. That's what I'm trying to avoid. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying.
Let me use a
why would I have
example.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Go ahead.
Why would I have a problem with adding more players that are good to this team? I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the narrative that there's a difference between wanting that and needing it. We don't need it. I don't believe we need that. Would I want it? Sure. Why not? Do I want a faster car and more coochie? Sure. Do I need it? No, I don't need it.
Take it easy.
I don't need it.
But let me tell you why we need it.
Yeah, we need it.
we need it. Let me tell you why
We need it.
Because I earlier in the show, I think I
That
don't know how
y'all can't
long
tell
we're
me.
here.
We'll talk it through. We'll talk it through.
DeMarcus Lawrence, because I asked you because I was probably still in high school when he was coming out. You know what I'm saying? Versus Malachi Lawrence. For one, I looked at this film. We're gonna look at it in public with people like that. One, there's a lot of warts on this kid. There's a lot of warts, and mainly the competition. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of warts. I'm saying a guy that came to the Dallas Cowboys to be successful did not have this role that we're trying to pave for our rookies right now, or our year one guys. And DeMarcus Lawrence, I just got through watching the playoff game in 2014. DeMarcus Lawrence was fighting for his life to get on the field. Like, and it wasn't because it wasn't out of bad luck or malice. It's because he needed it. Because I'm watching him on the field and I'm seeing him before Tank. Tank didn't have his Tank strength just yet. Tank didn't have his moveset.
You did the Ezra last year.
You know what I'm saying? But
He did.
fair. You're right. But at the same time, like I'm quoting my defensive coordinator when he said this, and a lot of people overlooked this when he said in the first press conference. I remember shit like a attack. He said having development in a controlled environment. Right now, this is not a controlled environment. What we're doing for them guys, we're putting a lot on them guys. Year one, year two, and asking them.
I want to take pressure off of them, Akoye.
I want to take pressure off of them. I'm not pushing them down.
Yeah, I want them to develop at a safer rate.
Right. Yeah, I want to control their environment.
Yep.
Because at the same time, I'm honest, this is where my we can't fuck around with.
Because we good with Gary, Akoye. We ain't got no problem with Gary. It's about adding
I'm
to
not
Gary.
saying y'all do. I'm not saying y'all do. I'm not even talking about just Gary. I said inside and out. I said all of these guys. We are deep as fuck up front, and they nice.
I mean, interior, but I don't.
I don't. And it really just come down to trusting year one, year two edges. I don't.
Yeah.
It's historically I don't. That's all. That's really what it come down to.
What
like Gary is a very solid veteran. He's a very solid addition. He could be Pickens-ish, right? Pickens-ish, meaning he was undervalued where he left, and he could be a gem when he's used properly. I get your point, and I trust your character. So we ain't got to go through no shit like that. What I'm talking about is,
I'm not arguing.
I'm talking about the room. I'm talking about the room itself and doing the room like what we did to the wide receiver 3 room. We said fuck you in terms of what's my Florida? We said Florida. We said Florida. Like Florida should be safe, bro. Let's keep it real. Florida should be safe, and we said F you, bro. We finna put some competition on you, brother, and you gonna have to beat them vets out. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want for the edge room, and I want somebody with Gary. This ain't about shitting on Gary. This ain't about shitting on Donovan Ezraku, shitting on Malachi Lawrence. I just don't trust you young dudes. I don't. And it's like I want a vet war daddy with them dudes. It's like I want another Gary, goddammit. I want another Gary that would make me feel good that when we had those one-on-ones that's gonna come from quitting.
I just said in the beginning of this though, right? I said this. Want and need is two different things.
Right.
I think
you did.
I would want it. I would
from the
want
very
it
beginning. Said that.
I would want it to. Don't think we need it, but I wouldn't have a problem with it. And I just said both. I have no problem with it. If you went out and want to go crazy, and we can get Myles Garrett, go get him.
Oh,
go get him.
Take it easy.
But if you're looking at this, to me, you got 3 guys. The guys that we talking about, right?
Yeah.
When we talked about Max Crosby, I would never say Max Crosby not a good player, but it's a reason that he's not in Baltimore right now, bro. So
that
I'm like,
knee, I ain't falling for that. I don't believe that. I think they got cold feet.
Baltimore fell for it.
No, I think they got cold feet.
I think they exercise leverage.
Yeah. See, they had to give them so many picks that they choose to pay for it, and they went with him.
Because they asked us the question: Why are we selling? Why are we breaking the bank on a guy who is questionable in his health? Why would we do that?
Because they lost 7 players in the free agency, and they had no 2 first-round picks,
and they didn't have the picks no more, so they wanted the picks.
That's why.
That's what I believe happened.
I feel you,
but
happened. Either way, what they said and what happened, 2 different things. I understand. It's the narrative.
It's kind of the same.
It could be all bullshit.
And
it could be all
hate them for that.
But guess what? You could go get Max Crosby with future picks in this after the season start if his knee actually is right. You can go do that then, and I wouldn't have a problem then. But now I wouldn't do it now. You could do it after the season start. Let him prove that on somebody else's dime. Prove that your knee is fine over there, and then we'll come get you.
But he finished the season, though. That's the thing. I didn't ever believe that he was hurt.
I think they wanted to pick.
Yeah, they took him out. They told him.
And they had a
they
massive
kept him on the shoulder.
exodus. They had a massive
told him to go
exodus
to
of
the
talent, and they needed the picks to try to replenish cheaper.
Yeah, because he was trying to win. I understand that. They was trying to tank, and he kept on. He was balling. So they said, "Get the fuck out of here." Right. Understood. I would never take that away from it. I'm not trying to. I don't like these conversations because it make it seem like I'm trying to shit on good players and players who bled for their team. Right? Like even Josh Sweat, good player. I never said he was trash ever, but debilitated, I don't like it.
At the money, that's what makes sense to you.
If you said Josh Sweat was cut and he's still on their dime, or mostly on their cap, and we can get him in here as a veteran guy that's coming off of the free agency, cool. For a veteran minimum, and we're not paying him nothing like one of those Zeke deals when Zeke came back here from New England. Cool, because we get him for damn near free. That's cool.
And that's a risk. That's a risk.
Those that fitting on free agency, cool. Go get him. Yeah. I don't got no problem with that.
And that's a risk discussion. I would take the risk, bro. I would overspend Akoye because of where we are and where Dak is.
Overspend on who?
Like I would overspend on what we need. Like so when
I
feel like
no, you gotta name him.
No, I'm talking about Sweat. Like and others. And I know you out. I know you out. But I'm just saying I want to add to this and others. So because I want to sure it up. Because when you got Quentin Williams, right? You go create one-on-ones on the outside with Clark, right? So I want to have it so like obvious that we're gonna win that I will pay for it or pay extra. That's my logic on it.
What's gonna happen when Sweat is on a? So you would start Sweat all 3 downs?
Nah.
What would you do with him?
Nah, I would do or
first and like third.
Yeah. Like
you would pay $20 million for a guy that's only playing for 3rd downs. We already got that.
Not just 3rd down because he can play. He's adequate stopping the run.
He's adequate stopping.
He's adequate.
One more down.
Yeah,
like,
I would do one more down.
Yeah,
it's
one
like
more down.
I'm not acting like he's a bum on stopping the run. He's not a bum, but where he's a killer even on one leg is on pressures and sacks.
He was top 10 in pass rush win rate on one leg.
And the film said that. Which we all looked at. All of us looked at his win rates. We all agree that he dope as fuck on win rates. He wins. He wins. And I want somebody, and I will pay extra for that because of where Dak is.
You would pay extra for that for what?
I will pay extra for that. Yeah, for that need and a closer and somebody that can make our front unstoppable, especially on closeouts.
Why are we hung up on Josh Sweat?
No, it's not. I don't see you use the big word.
I'm asking y'all for
he's
who
just
else?
one, bro. I said that earlier. Like he's one egg out of many eggs that I would want. I would take Cam Jordan. I would take
who's a liability in the run versus
this is no sales job for Sweat. No,
Hold on, boss. Pull up my last graphic.
Shit. Which the last graphic?
Graphics don't mean nothing to me.
Wait, take it easy, Akoye. Take it easy.
It ain't no. I'm talking about like. I'm talking about straight up.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this is why I'm fighting hard for this. Like, because this is what we failed.
How many pressures did Josh Sweat have last year?
I don't know his pressure rate.
That's the only percentage you're looking at. But how many pressures did he have though? And how many pressures did Gary have? How many pressures did he have? And how many pressures did Gary have?
At a higher rate than Gary.
How many pressures? I'm talking about
19. Damn it, 19%.
No, rate is important too.
The rate
is important.
He's efficient.
How many pressures? I'm asking a question. You're not answering my question.
I don't have that for you.
How many? You got a computer in front of you. How many pressures did Josh Sweat have?
You were just saying that. But you were just saying, are you saying because Gary doesn't have the same amount of? You were complaining about reps with Gary because he's not getting the same amount of reps as.
See, I'm trying to prove a point. Y'all not listening.
Ooh, hey, this ain't even my graph. Why you put me in this, bro? You know what I'm saying? You boxing Lou on this one right now. Lou never even broke down his graphic, bro. You already started punching at him.
Josh Sweat had 47 total pressures last year, right?
Okay.
Listen, hold on. Here we go.
All right.
I'm good there. Wait. Because y'all talking about win rates, right? So let's talk about pressures because the pressures is the result of the win.
Hey,
right?
Lou, remember you never broke down your graphic, so we're going to have to get to that.
How long we been on?
Huh?
How long we been on?
I don't care. This is good. I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
Like we on 2 hours or something. Like,
But this is quality, bro. I'm enjoying the quality.
I'm making sure.
This
Then we can lose track of time.
bro. This is a great war room.
Okay.
I'm loving this. This is the best discussion. And while he looking up the numbers, let me tell you why this is great for all the people that's watching on all the channels. Because we at June 1st is tomorrow. So with June 1st, it's an opportunity to be able to maybe add. You know, you gonna have veteran pass rushers that's gonna probably be at a discount.
Hold up. Here we go.
Before you go, Akoye, I just want to explain this. I know you're ready to shoot.
Here we
shoot.
go.
wait. Wait. I know you're ready to shoot. I just want to kind of explain why this is a very good. This is the best boxing match before tomorrow. Like, I want everybody to understand this because I'm on the side of adding, right? Akoye is on the side of I think we good with what we got. So we got to fight this out because the deadline is tomorrow. You feel me?
Because y'all just said, and y'all was like, oh, it's not about Gary. We like Gary, right? And y'all keep using a percent. See, this is why stats and percentages, fuzzy math. Because
wait.
Hell no. Let's verify.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait.
It's fuzzy math. I'm gonna tell you why it's fuzzy math. Are you ready? Why? Why is it fuzzy math? Because the whole point in a win rate percentage is to get a pressure, right? So if he's 19% in win rate, right? You said that, right?
A pressure or sack. Let's add
How does he have less pressures than Gary then? Last year, Gary got 54 pressures to his 47. How the fuck do that happen if you winning more?
He's winning more.
He's winning more and doing what?
So what are you?
How you getting less pressure?
Are you insinuating that Gary? Are you insinuating Gary's a top 10?
I'm asking you the question.
Are you insinuating that Gary is a top 10 pressure rate guy in the entire NFL?
I'm not insinuating shit. I said he got more pressures than Josh Sweat last year.
What are you implying with that? Are you implying that he's
That's not an implication. That's not an implication.
Are you implying that he's top 10?
You got more pressures than the bull y'all riding right now.
Wait. What the?
No, because you put the graphic up. You put the graphic up.
You starting to hate,
right?
but
no. See, now y'all corny with that. Because y'all just put the y'all was like,
man, now we corny. No, damn, Akoye. Man, you just went crazy on my boy Lou for name calling. Now you name calling. What we doing?
He just put the pressure up showing Gary with 0 sacks down the stretch. He said, put the graphic up.
Because we need to talk through it. Can we at least talk, bro?
So why don't you show how many pressures he had, though? Why y'all not talking about the fact that he had 54 pressures with half the snaps? What are you talking about?
Here. You want to? Here's the explanation. Tell that to ESPN. Tell that to ESPN.
I'm talking to you.
Tell that to ESPN.
We do this because I don't listen to
NFL.
That's why I do this. I don't listen to PFF or ESPN. No, I prove them niggas wrong every day. Every day. I prove them wrong every day.
This is not PFF.
Every day.
Next gen. This is NFL next gen stats.
So why don't you go in there and
they are tracking the player. They are tracking the player.
If you can avoid anything, that means you can see it.
Okay. Here. Show my screen, about. Show my screen. I'm right here.
I'm looking at your screen.
But we gotta at least have order, man. Y'all talking over each other.
He has 36 wins,
bro. We got to at least one person talk, the next person talk.
Why you keep ignoring pressure?
Hold on, y'all talking over each other. It's entertaining, but I want to make sure everybody can hear.
Well, shouldn't he have more pressures? That's my point. He win more, right? Shouldn't he have more pressures?
They're telling you right here what this is. I'm not arguing with this right here. 36 wins out of 196. He's winning at a higher rate.
Does he have more pressures than Gary?
He's not winning more than Sweat. He's not winning more than Sweat.
Because he's rerouting tight ends, but does he have more pressures than Gary?
There you go. You're going back.
You said the win rate is. You said win rate is based off of winning in 2.5 seconds. That's what you said, right?
Hold on. I'm not going to let you keep. You keep telling me his role, and I'm not going to let. I'm not going to grade on a curve for what we.
I'm not grading on the curve. I asked
win. I'm not grading on the curve because you've been holding up tight ends. I'm not.
So why do we count pressures and QB hits? Why you telling me a QB hit and a pressure?
I'm telling you right now.
So what's they said that Micah Parsons? They said in that game that we played Micah Parsons, right? They said that his win rate percentage was so ridiculous that it was Hall of Fame type shit, right? But what happened in those plays? Was Dak in trouble?
That's where we disagree.
Why?
This is where we
He was
disagree.
whooping his ass the whole game.
He was whooping.
Dak had his best game of the year.
He was whooping.
Yeah,
But you know who
his best
wasn't
game
whooping
of
our
the
tackles'
year.
ass? But you know who wasn't whooping our tackles' ass?
Who?
Gary.
Because
Gary was not
because
whooping
he
our
was
tackles'
getting your
ass.
boy Micah Parsons
He was
free.
going against Terrence
Watch
Steele.
the other
He was
side.
going against Nate Thomas. He was going against Tyler
Oh,
Guyton
my
and didn't
God.
win shit. He didn't win shit.
Did
He didn't win
Parsons?
shit.
He was off the field and passing down.
But our problem is tackles.
Has Parsons ever beat Panay Sewell? Has Parsons ever beat
Cowboy
Panay
Nation
Sewell?
told me.
Naming guys?
Cowboy
Has
Nation-
Parsons ever beat?
Cowboy
Has
Nation-
Parsons ever beat Panay Sewell?
Cowboy
Has he
Nation
ever beat-
told me
has he ever
Terrence
beat
Steele's
Andrew
ass.
Whitworth?
Cowboy
Has he
Nation
ever-
told me Tyler Guyton's ass. Why the fuck did Gary did not beat them? Why
Has
he
he
didn't
ever
beat them?
beat-
I saw Parsons whooped everybody ass in that game. He whooped everybody ass.
Who?
Parsons,
You lying.
he whooped everybody ass in
Parsons
that
whipped
game.
the A-gap ass.
Why
bro.
he didn't
You
beat
lying.
us? Why he didn't beat us?
my God.
We don't have tackles. We don't have tackles.
man.
Why he didn't beat us?
Listen.
We don't have
Pressure.
tackles.
You keep talking about win rates while a dude putting up 340 yards like it ain't like it's butter. Like that don't mean shit. Then do it. What you talking about? Pressures
He
mean
didn't-
shit.
he didn't-
Pressures be going incomplete passes. If you get a pressure or a QB hit, those get you incomplete passes. They affect the quarterback's mind. Dak was
Why he didn't beat us?
comfortably whooping Parsons' ass
Why he?
with the win
No,
rate
no,
percentage
no.
that he had.
Let me tell you what we did.
He whooped his
We
ass.
had to game. No, we whooped his ass.
I don't
but
care
you
if
know
he-
the point. We were getting the ball out. We were
Did he
passing
get
the ball
pressures
on
or
one
not?
step
All right,
drops.
I gotta step in real
One
quick.
step drop.
Hold on,
Win
wait.
rate
Let me
percent-
step in
so
real
by that-
quick.
by that- you
Let
said
me
win
step
rate
in
percent
real
count
quick.
more than a
Hey,
pressure.
let me step in real quick.
I know win rate percent count more than
Let
a
me
pressure.
step in. I'm gonna
talking about?
moderate y'all, so we gotta bring y'all back.
It's not true.
Listen.
That's why I said it's fuzzy.
Listen.
Win rate don't count more than a QB hit or a pressure, bro.
Akoye.
Never.
Akoye.
In no way, shape, or form.
Koye, do you remember when I sent out a tweet and I said I will pay somebody $1,000 if they can show me where Terrence Steele allowed 11 pressures in one game? You remember that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I sent out a tweet because you responded, and I knew you would too, because I said because it was one game where we played against Philly and it was against Reddick, right? And they said Reddick had like,
Oh no, that year when he had the bum knee. When, Terrence Steele first came back.
Terrence
He
Steele
did.
just
He
came
killed
back,
that game.
right?
He did.
And PFL
That was
said
him
that
and Brandon Graham was whooping his ass.
yeah, and they said that he allowed 11 pressures, right? And I went and looked, you know, because me and you the same, right? We go, especially when it's something that bad, egregious 11 pressures. I'm like, I gotta see this shit. So I went and looked at all the pressures, bro.
That was his first year back from an ACL. Too,
Yeah,
too,
but it
you know
was
that.
bullshit because I
couldn't
put
plan it.
$1,000 to anybody that can show me to where he.
No, that was a bad game though. I broke
It
that
was a
game
bad.
down.
It was
I don't know
four.
if it was
It
11.
was 4 pressures.
It was
four.
in crucial situations. That's why it looked bad.
Yeah, but they put 11 pressures on that.
But how about it go the other way though? They said that Rashawn Gary against Lane Johnson in the playoffs on the Super Bowl run got dominated by Lane. That's what PFF said.
Yeah,
And
so
he got a stack against him.
This
in
is
three
and
pressures.
hear me out. This is why
They'd
I
be
needed to
lying.
step. Hold
That's
on,
why I
this
don't
is-
listen
Hold
to
on, Okoye. This is why I need to step in with both of y'all and say this. This ain't gonna get settled with number film. That's why I said we ain't got to do a part 4. Just being real, because I don't trust fucking. I'm being honest. I don't trust nobody numbers. I don't trust nobody numbers. I don't. And Akoye, I done watched too many of your film sessions where I know you said that got counted as a pressure, there wasn't no pressure, or that's a pressure when it didn't count, right? So honestly, we never should do analysis on just data. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I understand the fuzzy mad that you're saying in terms of don't just trust the graphic, don't just trust the number. We got to trust the film.
And then what am I count? If I say you won, right? Because you beat your guy, but did you get anywhere near the quarterback when you beat him? That's my point.
Yeah,
that's
know,
what
I
mean.
get it. No, and Koye,
Just because you might whoop your guy's ass, that's great.
Yeah,
but
I
did
get
you
it.
get anywhere?
I get it. But
You know what I
I'm
mean?
also
like you
I'm
see
also,
guys might like we saw one play where against Minnesota, matter of fact, where Kenny Clark took a guard or the center into the backfield. Like he tackled him into the backfield. They ran right past him though, right? But he pancaked his guy. He whooped his guy's ass. You know what I'm saying? It was on a run play though, but he whooped his guy's ass, right? So if you whoop your guy ass, but you don't get nowhere near the quarterback, I can give a shit.
No, totally right. And totally right. And listen, y'all, we getting passionate, and we finish at this point. Actually, this was a very good discussion. You know, but in our passion, some people lost us. Just being honest, So we because that happens, man. This is a war room environment.
We screaming over each other. Nobody.
That happened a little bit because we very passionate in our research. Everybody's passionate in our research.
We gotta give like 2-minute rebuttals, bro. Like you gotta
exactly.
And don't cut me off, and I won't cut y'all off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's all good.
Lou, if you gotta let me know. Like if I'm preparing film, I tell y'all like, yo, prepare some film because we're doing film tonight. If you told me you was preparing infographics with Chat Jupiter, I would have been like, all right, I got some infographics.
Take it easy, Akoye. Shit.
Take it easy. I always talking shit.
Akoye,
like Lou was like, he hit me up all pleasant. It was all pleasant in the morning.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to be.
He said, hey, Akoye, would you mind coming on the show tonight? Sure. He's like,
I'm fucking Akoye. I'm done with his ass, bro.
I got something for that motherfucking ass. He said, I got something for his ass right here. He said, release the Kraken. He's like, get me. He's like, get me.
That is my dog.
You know when you're in the hood,
he's your pleasant.
The thing you don't want to hear, like, there they go right there. You don't want to hear that. There they go right there. I was like, Ricky.
He's your pleasant.
Get me. I was like, oh shit. He's like, Ricky. I was like, oh shit.
That was a hit him up. Hey, I want to invite you to the cookout.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna tell you, I got some strychnine poison in your barbecue.
Yeah. He invited me to a hunting trip, and I'm the prey, and I ain't even know. It's like,
hey man, listen, bro.
I was cooking upstairs. I just came downstairs like, doo-doo-doo. He's like, break it out. I was like, damn.
Oh, nigga. They say, boss, you and Lou dirty. Nah, bro. Listen. Hey, listen.
We are far from dirty.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. Listen, this is y'all. This is how we do. Like, for instance, when we box Henny the other day, my boy Henny sent 6 graphics that I didn't know was coming, bro. He just said right before the show, I need this graphic, this graphic, this graphic. He sent me all the graphics, and they was all anti what we was gonna talk about.
I came here with a t-shirt.
That's the game. That's how the game goes.
I ain't got nothing up my sleeves. You know
but Akoye, real talk. Were you a Zen master? And I would say you're a Zen master, bro. You a black belt easily. You're a second dan, right? You don't need no props, bro. Like, it's one of them things that if the film match, you go steal box with no prep. That's just how I go.
So, like I said, I watched, but no, in all fairness though, I watched all the Josh Sweat snaps for the season. I mean, and it's not a waste of time. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I watched all of Josh Sweat. I watched all of Myles Garrett. Yeah. I watched all of Max Crosby. I watched all of everybody, Parsons, all of them, because I'm looking at it from a purely what do we need pass rush type perspective, right? And then I'm not weighing it only off of straight up, are you a better pass rusher than the guys we got here? Yes. But do you have holes, and what are they? How do teams attack you, and how would that help us here? What scheme do you play in? Are you on a 4-down line or a 5-down line? Like what type of scheme do they deploy when you out there? So those things answer. Are you getting your sacks from moving around, crawling around in the A gap, or are you getting it truly lining up outside? Because if you're getting them in the A gap, I can get Barham to do that. You know what I'm saying? I can just have him blitz in the A gap. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking that for a reason. If you just, like you said, Will Anderson for sure, Josh Sweat. Actually, out of that list, y'all keep saying it like I said I don't want him, right? But what did I say about him? He the only one they didn't scheme for him. He was whooping ass on his own. I gave him his respect.
No, you didn't move him around. No, you gave Sweat his pass rush respect. Yeah.
On his own,
right? And that's the thing we need to talk about. Akoye.
I'm not hating.
No, not at all. And see, Akoye, we talk behind the scenes. And so the beautiful thing about Akoye is we talk behind the scenes because at first he put big holes in Sweat. But this is why I fuck with Akoye. Akoye hit me up, he said, oh, I looked at his pass rush and his sacks. I see why y'all was high on him because that's how y'all started. You see what I'm saying? So he never was hating on Sweat. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, based on looking at the complete package and looking at him gimping around, which he proved through the film, he was gimping early. He was gimping early in the season.
The entire season.
Yeah. So
and his snap count went down from 50% to like 13% by the end of the year. He wasn't playing that much.
Yeah.
The snap count went down as the season went on. So I'm like, well, we don't want to repeat it. That's why Arizona he's not the one that's unhappy. It's Arizona that's unhappy. They paying $20 million for a guy that's not right.
And I also want to say this. I also want to say this too, because some of this is getting misconstrued. I'm watching the chat. Y'all kind of shitting on my boy Lou. Lou wasn't setting up Akoye. This had
no, he wasn't. I'm talking.
We having fun with that. Let me explain. Lou wants, like I want, somebody else to come in here and push more so Donovan Ezerako and Malachi Lawrence. That's what we pushing for.
That didn't bother me at all. Like those
you see what I'm
infographics, numbers and infographics don't bother
because those graphics, it's to show we still need more. This is not a hit job on Gary. This wasn't a setup of Akoye. This is people doing research on what we feel like we need before June 1st. That's why if you look at the whole thumbnail, this is a June 1st discussion. Like where we finna have some people out there like, for instance, Bosa, who gonna likely be a deal. So he's gonna be a deal. So we focus on getting somebody tomorrow. This ain't got nothing to do with no like us trying to set up Akoye. That's bullshit. Now I'm watching the comments. Y'all going crazy on that. Like, listen, we like, and every one of us are grown ass men where we can stand on our own. Every one of us, you know what I'm saying? Where whether it's preemptive setup or anything, like I could set up Akoye all day if I wanted to. He still go box very well. I could do the same thing to Lou. I could say, hey Lou, you don't know what's coming, but he go box very well because everybody sure is researched. So I just want to, it's just a small, sometimes differences of opinion. That's what we're dealing with. And it's small at the end of the day. Because if you listen closely, what Akoye said is it's the difference between the want and the need. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. He said it's the difference between the, he's saying I would take it, but I'm not, I just differ that we need it. We feel like we need it. That's only where we differ. Need one. Yeah. That's it.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. But and then I also tell everybody, like, look at the Super Bowl team from last year, man.
Oh no! Damn, we was doing good, bro.
Y'all gotta let me finish my point.
I know you pull
up the graphic number 2. Pull up graphic number 2. Shit.
I don't even get to say nothing here. I ain't even get to say what I said.
Go ahead.
What am I about to say?
Nah.
What am I about to say?
No, you gonna say basically. No, I don't know what you gonna say. I gotta let you finish.
What do you think I'm about to say first?
I would think you finna say if you go look at the winners of the Super Bowl, they was a committee that won it as a committee without a lead pass rush.
No, I was gonna say they played inside out. So the interior was the strength of their offensive, their defensive line.
I agree.
Not their defensive ends. Their interior was their strength. Would you argue that we're just as strong in the interior?
I would say stronger.
Okay. So if that won them a Super Bowl, how are we in trouble? That's what I'm asking.
Because they had better outside. That's what we're saying.
They definitely had a better outside to me.
They had a better outside.
Yeah.
Pull up infographic number 2. Pull up infographic number 2.
You think I'm not even gonna start that?
I'll show you. Because Boye Mamba was top 20 in the league. Marcus Lawrence top 14 in the league.
So how many sacks he had? 2? Yeah, 2 sacks. How many pressures Boye Mamba had? How many pressures?
Yes, but he was getting. He had 2 sacks.
2 sacks.
He was getting pressures.
2 sacks and how many pressures? How many pressures?
I don't have the number of pressures. I have the win rate. He was winning.
Yeah,
and we had the film. We watched the film because when I first heard that name, when they brought that name to me, I scoffed at it. Remember, boss? I scoffed at Boye.
He had less pressures. He had less pressures than Gary. He had 40 total pressures. Gary had 54.
I'm telling you right now.
He had 40 total pressures.
But
y'all, you bringing up a guy that had 2 sacks and 4. Hold on though.
We watched Gary in 2025 and Boye Mamba.
You just brought up a guy that had, first off, a different scheme, but you just brought up a guy that had 2 sacks.
Yeah, they're in 4 down. Yeah,
but you just said that Gary had 0 sacks for the whole half end of the season. You came at him for that. Why you ain't come at this guy for only having 2?
Because he's top in the league in pass
rush
win rate. Winning.
Oh my God!
He's winning.
Listen, if I beat you, that's one. Those are PFF one-on-one stat. Meaning I beat the guy in front of me. All a win rate means though is that I beat the guy in front of me. It does not talk about what happened after that. Meaning what happened to the quarterback? Did I affect the quarterback or not?
When I look at
hold on
from the film.
Why do we win? No, why do we win against the guy in front of us? What is the purpose of a pass rush? To get to the passer, right? So if I give you credit for just beating the guy, that's what that percentage tells you. I beat the guy quickly. But if I didn't do shit to the quarterback, what does that matter to me? That's what I keep trying to say.
It means
So,
if you're looking for
Okoye.
somebody.
Now,
If
Boye
you put the guy
Maffa
in
is
front of
somebody. Boye is Maffa that we all looked at. So I looked at his film on that, and he was similar to Gary.
I was low on him.
Hear me out, Lou. He was similar to Gary in terms of clothes. Like, and we said that, Lou, when we did that.
Yeah, we did.
We said
close,
like
yes.
he is everything but fucking wrap him up and get him on the ground. Like
Yes.
to where
Yes.
the stat, just like you saying with Gary, is what we said with Boye, because that's what the film clearly showed. And it's true as hell. Like, Boye Maffa did everything but clothes, bro. He was dope as hell into the clothes. Like, no lie.
But he still only had.
No, yeah, we agree. We agree. It's the same point you're making with Gear. It's the exact same point.
Then you put D Ware up there, got 14%, right? Win rate.
Yeah. He was the top 20 in the league. Yeah.
How many sacks did he have?
Not many.
Yeah, so
less than Gary? Did he have less sacks than Gary? Didn't he have less sacks than Gary?
He's winning more than
But
Gary.
it's not even really about
What is a win? What I'm trying to
Gary.
did he have less sacks than Gary?
That's what disconnected is. You're counting all his sacks, and we're telling you that a lot of the sacks that Gary had.
Did he have more pressures?
He's not winning
Now,
at a higher percentage.
Now to tell you that I never disrespect no players. Y'all keep saying that Gary was getting 8 sacks a season before Parsons ever got there. He was getting 9. He averaged 8 sacks a season, just like Sweat. Sweat only averaged 8 sacks a year.
Hey,
but I asked you,
I don't even know why you bringing up Gary, because there's no problem with Gary. What are we talking about, Gary?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'll keep him there.
There's no problems with Gary. The problem, Gary is not the problem. The problem is Donovan Rocco and Malachi Lawrence. It's not Gary. It's trust in year 1 and year 2 guys. That's
okay,
it.
but I don't have a problem with that. We had already got there before.
Yeah, so Gary cool. Like,
then when y'all bring the graphics back up, like just like I was talking about the interior with Seattle, you brought up their edges. They pass worse win rate percentage, right? But I'm looking at the results. I was a gnat flying by me, but I'm looking at the results of the play.
Yeah.
If you get DeMarcus Lawrence and Mafe had less pressures than Rashawn Gary last year, with the higher win rate. So that tells me, what does the win rate mean if you haven't affected the quarterback? That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you what it means. I'm telling
you don't agree that
it means you're more in terms of moving to getting the quarterback off their spot and beating their guy. They're doing it at a far higher rate.
That's impossible.
That's what I'm saying.
It's impossible.
No,
a pressure means you move the guy. Doesn't that love me? But a pressure means you move the guy off the spot and you affected the pass. That's what a pressure is.
Yeah.
You moved the guy off the spot and affected the pass.
That's what it's supposed to mean.
A win rate just means you beat the guy that was blocking you. That's what a win rate means. But a pressure means you moved the quarterback off his mark and affected him. Either he
started running from your pursuit.
Exactly.
Right.
So if I have more of those than you, how are you talking about win rates? What does your win rate matter? If I'm winning, how am I winning? And then that makes me look at the whole question of win rates, because how am I winning less but getting more pressures than you?
That's why the only way to actually settle this is going to always be film, bro.
I'm going to
Akoye point.
I'm going to do an analogy. Hold on. Because I think you're saying that I'm trying to say that this makes him a better position.
I'm not talking about you.
Let's take the
Akoye is fighting back the stat.
Hold on. I'm saying, remember we was evaluating receivers. Remember we needed receiver too, right? What was it? There's possession receivers, and then there's route runners, right?
Oh, of course.
When you want somebody with a route runner, what stat are you going to look at first, right? What stat did we look at? Separation.
Yep.
That tells me you're good at what? You're good at separating and creating off that. I'm not saying that who's a better defensive end. I'm talking in terms of pass rushing ability. Right now, the stat for that is how much I'm not doing like receiver. If you catching it after you separate, I'm saying how good can you separate? Just like right here, I'm saying how good. That's what we need. Okay. How good could you beat your guy off the ball? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying
here's the problem that we have with that though, and this is a big problem. You have something you can't judge this because, like you said, there's possession receivers. And there's speed receivers, there's different types of receivers, right? There's route runners, right? Okay. Well, Gary is a guy that they were asking to reroute tight ends on top of that. So and then you got other guys that just ask to get off the ball, pin your ears back, get off the ball. Whenever Gary's asked to get off the ball, pin his ears back and get off the ball, his get off is great. He ain't got no problems. He's not asked to do that, but he's still getting more pressure than the guys who are. Meaning, if I tell you, hey, this is a relay race, you get to go off the snap. He gotta wait, and he still get a pressure before you do. That is a problem. Don't you think he's a problem if he's doing that? That's how I look. I look at it like this. If I more responsibility and still getting the work and still outworking the guys that don't got that responsibility, that don't make sense to me. I don't see. I didn't see Josh. I never seen Josh Sweat reroute in tight ends.
But they have Josh Sweat. You see, you're acknowledging him rerouting and not acknowledging guys like Nick Bonito, who's constantly got to have a tight end on them or a fullback lineup to the side, and they're chipping him to slow him down. Like that's they're having a responsibility.
You know what happens when you chip Gary? When you chip Gary run through it. Why wasn't they asking him to just get off? Why did they ask him to reroute? That's what I'm saying.
That's my question. Why weren't they asking Gary to run? I think that's by design. That's what I said. I think that's by design.
It's not by design because when he wasn't out there, they didn't do it with no other guys except for Van Ness. Van Ness was the only other guy they asked to do that.
But I'm saying, all I'm saying is this: if they ask you to do the things, but you're capable of doing the other things, but they didn't ask you to do the other things, then I'm saying, my God,
they can't tell me that you're not capable of doing the other things when you're doing it better than everybody else that's on the field.
But for the first half of the season, at any point before Micah got there, was he doing that?
Yeah.
Then why did they trade for Micah?
I've watched Gary's film for bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I tried to get y'all to do.
Why they need the Micah?
You gonna let me answer?
Why
let me answer? I'm not arguing with you, bro. Listen, I just told you you seen it. I know you seen the year before Micah got here in the playoffs what Gary did to Lane Johnson. That was the year before. So you saw that. All right, so we ain't gotta talk about that. But let's go back to the year before that because that's an important year for me.
2023, yeah.
2023. Right. Gary was coming back off of the same injury Micah coming back off of. Matter of fact, worse. He tore every ligament in his knee. Every last one of them. That was his best year. He had 9 sacks, right? In 2023. Off of only 574 snaps, bro. Micah Parsons that year had 864 to get his 13 sacks that he had, right? He had 864 snaps. He had 300 more snaps than Gary. You know what I'm saying? For 4 more sacks? 4 more sacks? Then Max Crosby that year had 935 snaps that year for his 14 sacks. You get what I'm saying? That shows how productive he is. He only played 574 snaps that year. He only plays 500 snaps every year. You know what I'm saying? 500 snaps.
Here's my
so I'm saying,
why did they view? This has been.
That means when he's on the field. That means if you cut Micah Parsons down to 574 snaps or Max Crosby down to 574 snaps, would they have more sacks than Gary those years? No. If you gave him their snaps those years, would he have more sacks? Yes. You telling me if he could do the things they do, why did you take him off the field? If you watch his film from any of those years, especially 2023, he was murdering quarterbacks. Like,
so we're not arguing ability. We're not arguing ability. We're arguing the situation there. That's what that sounds like. We're arguing these guys in just different situations.
Yeah. That's
of course.
And Akoye he been clear on
and
that.
And they asked to do different things.
Yeah.
And now
he walked in with that point. Like he walked in. So
it's just like
Akoye, for instance, let me sum it up because I'm gonna show you that I'm all the way with you because I heard exactly what you're saying.
Before you go, one more. On the other side of the ball, we had the same discussion before last year when Javonte Williams came in. He had a different role in Denver, and he was coming back off of ACL, and they was down on him.
And the offensive line was bad.
And he didn't have no Clayton Adams either. Do he look like that now?
No.
When you get in a situation where people see what you are, and we could talk about another one, an all-pro that Christian Parker just had, and Zach Bond. Zach Bond wasn't shit in with the Saints. He was outside. He was a defensive end or outside linebacker that wasn't doing jack shit.
Yep.
They came and got him, and they used him the right way.
Right.
So if you take a guy and you take him out of his element, you can't tell me that 6'5", 280. There's only been 3 that's been that big that can move. That's Julius Peppers, him. Go ahead.
But so what are we finna get ready to use Gary like then?
Like a motherfucking anvil, go ahead.
Is he gonna be in the same role he was at Green Bay? Because Christian Parker was there all them years.
He's saying he not.
Or is he gonna be
so that's the whole point of Akoye saying is he not gonna be used like that. So and he's saying
and he's gonna have 8 gap pressure too. Last year we didn't have that.
So this is the thing. And see, because I listen
and
super well,
and they
bro.
took Kenny Clark off the team.
So
when him and Kenny Clark play together, just watch them play together. They both monsters.
So
man.
this is the deal. Like, Akoye came in here, he shot a big hole in win rate from the beginning, right? From the very beginning, he walked in with a big old shotgun. He shot it, and he shot it based on the usage and the way that they was being used, which then hurts the win rate. And so, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? So I saw one of the receivers with Denver. We saw this, Lou. He had a separation of 4. So when we see a separation of 4 by next gen stats, the stat will say, "God damn, he getting open." But then we really looked at him, it was a bunch of what? Screens, bubble screens. So when he was catching the ball,
high limit,
right?
High limit,
yeah. So when he was catching the ball, it was a lot of people away from him. So they don't look at where you are; they just count the separation. So it artificially inflated his separation. That's why we had to go look at the film. So,
but the thing is, a lot of these guys we looked at the film with, like,
I know, but I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying where the disconnect is. That's all I'm saying. It's where the disconnect is, and the word,
you know what I'm saying?
That, and it's gonna come down to what make us the best as content creators. We gonna have to sit down and film this shit out.
Let's do it. But what's the criteria?
Because the statting this shit out, like, it's go
because
we would have to look at based on your pushback, Akoye. We would have to look at the actual consistency of him being put in a situation that's going to affect his win rate. When you see that from the film,
oh man, I can't wait till you see that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And listen,
it'll drive you crazy just from the fact that even if you wasn't talking about him ever coming to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
it was crazy work what they did to that man last season, man.
Right,
that's not no bullshit.
No,
I'm with crazy you. Work what they did,
and I'm with you. And
because
I'm hearing your case.
After week 8, I swear to God, bro, the whole scheme changed. And you can look at it. Just look. I don't like to look at stats, but look at the stats. After week 8, Micah Parsons. Yeah, after week 8, Micah Parsons got moved to the inside. Right, he wasn't on the edge no more. Gary got taken off the field in all passing situations, and Micah Parsons suddenly. His numbers start going through the roof against the Arizona Cardinals, against the Giants, and so on. His numbers just went up all of a sudden. I'm like, how his numbers go up all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Because they needed to it's not even about Gary only. They needed to justify the move they made. You can't have Micah Parsons get less than 10 sacks. They got to figure that shit out.
No, I'm hearing the theory, and the teams do move like that. Nah.
Teams
do move like that. I hear you.
It was moving like that.
Yeah, no, listen.
And they moved on from Gary because he was pissed off about what they did to him. You're like, yo, even after the boy get injured, why you still got me rerouting tight ends? Even in the playoffs against Caleb, you want to win, right? Why you got that man lining up outside of tight ends like he a nickel? Why he always out there?
Hey, I've heard
and still getting to the quarterback.
I've heard that theory. I haven't confirmed that theory, but I heard that theory. Keeping it real. Akoye, I fuck with you, bro. I ain't gonna never.
You know I ain't gonna lie. Go every snap.
I fuck with you, bro. I ain't gonna never say you lying.
No, I know you ain't saying that.
Yeah, it's one of those. I've been I'm being straight up, like I didn't dissect it like that.
Without even talking about the Cowboys, what we need. I'm telling you, it will piss you off.
But what I dissected about him and what I didn't see him as a better pass rusher than Sweat in terms of pass rush and sacks. That's it. Like, and others. But
I'm just saying, y'all already agreed.
But I'm very open.
If you'd have finished 4 more sacks. Y'all already said y'all would have been okay with him, right?
No, that would have been. I said I would have looked.
We'll view them differently, but
I would have looked at the sacks. That's what I would have did. I would have looked at the sacks, and I would have said, was it a cleanup or was it?
We'll view them differently, but the question would be how much. You know, so we'll view them differently.
Oh no, I'm just saying how much different. Yeah. I'm saying this,
but this is. But Akoye, this is honestly not even a Gary discussion, to be all the way honest, man. We fuck with Gary. Like Gary is somebody that we would want as a veteran. No, yeah, and you listen. You a monster. You really kind of what you did a great job today at Akoye is doing what we all really agree on, especially me, you, and Lou. It's about the film, not the stats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it really is about. That's what you did a great job of putting holes in stats. Like, just like, because I don't even care about pressure numbers or nothing, because I don't trust none of that shit. Like, I got to go look at it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I look at it, that tell you the complete story. That's what make you great, Akoye. That's what make you great, Lou. Like, straight up. That's what make me great. Like, I swear that's what make all of us great, is that when most people go make a snap judgment based on the stat, we ain't gonna never do that. Not us. Like, we go dig into that shit. And when we dig into it, that's when we come out, honestly, right more than others. Straight up. Because we do the extra that others don't. So I want to conclude this and get my final words. Right, I'm gonna let y'all figure out who gonna get the final words between y'all two. But I want to get my final words now because I like y'all fighting this good shit. Like for real.
Luke can close because you know what I mean. He invited me on, so man, it's good.
So let me say this.
You go like release the Kraken. He's like, oh, you not got that?
Nah, we ain't gonna do that, Koye. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that,
hey,
Koye.
Luke trying to shoot me, man.
No, man, it ain't that, bro. It ain't.
He started pulling up on half court.
Hey, listen. These are my final words for this. This is about June 1st. With me. My thing is about tomorrow. My thing is about the next hour. It's gonna be June 1st in an hour. I feel like we have an opportunity, a great opportunity to add to this edge room. It's not about Gary to me. It's about having some people that's gonna take the pressure off Donovan Ezerako coming off a hip. It's about the people that's going to also help Malachi Lawrence being a rookie. I want to guard those guys and allow those guys to get into their year 3 in a way that we're not putting all kind of undue pressure on them. One of the best ways to do that is to do what actually the Eagles did, because you brought up the Eagles, Akoye, right? And what they did when they oversmith on those edges that didn't pan out. But what they also did is when they went and got Jordan Davis, they went and got a Donovan Sue and they got Linval Joseph because they was young DTs. Right, and they allowed those guys to kind of take up the slack as veterans until those guys was able to get their year 3 legs. And we know what happened to Jordan Davis after he got his year 3 legs. That's the vision that I have. Is let's get a veteran war daddy, even if you have to overspend, not just even Sweat. Maybe you have to pay a little bit more for a Bosa. Maybe you have to pay a little bit more for a Cameron Jordan. But that's what I would prefer to shore up this team. And that's what I would want us to look at in June 1st. I feel like we have an opportunity to really put a real dent and make us contenders. That's my final word. June 1st, get an edge, war daddy. It don't have to be Sweat. I'm not lobbying for Sweat, but get somebody here that can win on a veteran level. That's my final word.
Yeah, shout out to Boss for hosting. Shout out for Akoye for coming. Shout out to everybody in the chat for listen, we the reason why we fighting so hard because we so close. I wouldn't if we was last year.
Yeah.
To hell with this defense. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, it's even fluke.
Yeah. Right.
Look, I'm a man of patterns. If y'all don't know, like my day job as an engineer. Like when I see numbers, I don't give a fuck about emotions. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I'm being taught. You know, I'm like if the shit is square root of 2, and you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not a stat guy. I don't validate stats unless the film does match. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And what I saw from my Dallas Cowboys last year was one of the biggest holes. It was pass rushing.
Yep.
We going into the year. That was the number 1 room we was excited about because Micah was here. Because that was the guys behind Micah. And when Micah left, that room was flipped on its head.
Facts.
Like literally, and disappointed in ways I cannot imagine. Right. You know what I'm saying? And what I feel like, and we've been fighting all this season. I think the Dallas Cowboys have gotten comfortable, and they're trying to go young, which I don't agree with this youth movement with that. I don't, especially when you're competing for Super Bowls. The Super Bowl is an old man's game. Not meaning you got to have a team full of old men. I'm just saying. You saw them rookies get exposed in that Super Bowl when they played Seattle. Some guys who 1, 2, 3, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So right now, what I'm scared of, yes, I put out a video. We have a wall, but you know who else had a wall last year? Was Carolina. We couldn't run against them. We couldn't run against them at all. And they probably have a better secondary than us. They have lockdown corners. You know what I'm saying? They try to solve all their problems with coverage. Yeah. All of their problems. And they had no pass rush. What did they do immediately this year? They overpaid for the Jalen Phillips. That's how I know the guy may not be good, but if you know what I'm saying? The old saying goes, I don't watch your mouth, I watch your feet. How the fact that you overpaid for it shows how valuable that position was to you last year. And you having that stout ass defense, why are you down there with us in terms of third down percentage? Like we don't have nothing. So that's very alarming to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we got all these new pieces. We got Christian Parker. I want to give him this because not only does Ejiro Evero need it, man, his mentor needed it too. You know what I'm saying? So look, as a Raku, you might can take a year 2 jump. Keyword might. I don't want any question marks. Malachi Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? He will, but I'm saying like how much? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Malachi Lawrence, could you come in here and be what's my God, James Pierce?
Hell no.
Like I'm being honest with you, that's a small because like you don't have the same things. Like James Pierce is a quick
Shit
first
ain't
step.
gonna happen, bro.
The first thing BT Jordan worked on you was your quick first step. Mind you, that's what reporters were saying. That was your highlight.
Right. That's facts. That's facts.
I did the fucking work. I saw that kid at UCF.
Facts.
And I guarantee you, he has a lot more warts. And it's okay. We're getting ready to put together that film session because one thing I didn't like is you versus competition. In your entire year, all 4 years when you was at UCF. Yeah, I didn't like that. So when you played against Max Ahenachor, you're gonna be facing guys better than Max every week, especially in this division.
Take it easy on the back.
My last graphic is this, bro. When I don't look, bro, I'm a Cowboy fan. All I care about is results on 1 minute and 53 seconds left in this 3rd and 8. Pin your ears back and get to the damn quarterback. I don't want no maybes. I don't. We too close. And I'm trying to. Super Bowl teams never stay stagnant. They never stay stagnant. Wherever it's a maybe, a question mark, or a if, they fill it in with for sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I want. Damn. I want for sure. I want to be able to sleep like a baby at night. I sleep like a baby at night because I know nobody gonna whoop Tyler Smith ass. Like just being there is no if with that. You feel me? That's all I want for my pass rush. That's all. And I may be close, but maybe some of y'all can sleep in hope. I don't.
Woo!
I don't.
Damn, take it easy.
Hope and faith is 2 different things too. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Woo!
Because it's called faith works. You're supposed to pray about it and then take your ass out there and go do the work to go do it.
Listen, you can't cuss and talk about God at the same time, bro.
You're right. God will meet you in a moment. I'm gonna curse and say that. God will meet you in a moment, but you gotta do the work, Dallas Cowboy. We are
facts.
Close.
June 1st. Let's go.
All right,
big bro. Let's go.
Lou, I appreciate it, man. And you said a lot of good things. I won't lie to you. Like I won't lie to you or on you.
I feel a butt coming.
There is a big butt. I like big butts, but I cannot lie. For sure. Check it out. Pause. You just said that we want to go young, and you don't believe in the youth movement, right? All right, I'm gonna name some names. Okay, Nolan Smith, Blankenship, DeJean, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Zach Bond, Quinyon Mitchell. I said DeJean already, didn't I? Sure did. That was a young ass defense, bro. All across the board. The Eagles went young and won a Super Bowl. Okay. Last year, even though they weren't relying on the edge, Seattle with Eminware and Devin Witherspoon, 2 young players that changed their whole defense as well. And they got young players all over too. So the youth movement, the push against the youth movement, I didn't agree with the fact that going young meant that you can't win. You know what I'm saying? I think that's definitely just a case by case situation, because they definitely went young and won. And that's young all across the board. And that's with the guy that we brought here, who we all lured over. And this is the thing that we forget. Just like I said, that the interior and the exterior got to play together. The coaching scheme and the coaches and the players actually matter as well. So when you got not only Marcus Dixon, which I'd have loved that we just got him, not only BT Jordan, but also Christian Parker. You got coaches here who not only understand how to develop talent, but how to scheme it as well. When scheme, you already know, boss. Y'all and Lou, y'all play ball. When you got a coach that can take your talent to another level because of the way he schemes it, you got a cheat code in that, and that's BT Jordan and Marcus Dixon already. We already spoke about, and I don't have to do that again. Both those guys are inversions, meaning if you look at Marcus Dixon respectfully, where he was the last 4 years, everywhere he was, linebackers did one thing. Their numbers went through the fucking roof. Okay? When you look at BT Jordan the last 4 years, both places he's been, Denver and Seattle, what happened to them? They start playing basketball on the field. Their numbers, their pass rush numbers went through the roof. Denver broke records in pass rush both years in a row with mostly the same players they had before he got there. So what happened? They didn't suddenly figure it out. It ain't like we ain't talking about Vach's peanut butter with Nick Benito. We talking about the peanut butter is BT Jordan. He's in the room. You know what I'm saying? So I can see your limitations even when you talk about Malachi Lawrence, because I agree his first step is ugly. Won't lie to you. I told you I ain't gonna lie to you or on you. But he does have a coach here who can definitely coach that shit out of him and coach up the rest of those guys as well. So I'm not against having or going out and getting a veteran if you guys want to just, cure your salivation by going and go get it. Cool. Yeah, but to keep talking like these guys ain't it without it, that's what I'm pushing back on. To talk like it's not it already is where I got a problem. The narrative, and it's okay though, because all you're doing is putting a chip on these guys' shoulders because they already good. But if they playing with a chip because nobody believe in them or nobody has faith in them, that's cool. That's good. Because that means they're gonna go out with a chip because we've already seen what happens when our teams of yesteryear thought that they were good. They would get a 40 burger, they go out and play a good team and get smacked because they think they're better than they are. So the only good thing about the narrative that I've seen all offseason is the fact that none of these guys are going to sneak up on. Well, they're going to sneak up on everybody, but they're not going to sneak up on themselves because they're going to have to try hard because nobody's believing in none of these guys. And we got one of the best defenses I've seen us put together in quite some time. And I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't seen, and I'm talking about good players have come and gone through here, Pro Bowlers and all. I haven't seen a team for every level put together this way. So excuse me if I'm not complaining about one position opposite the rest of these guys who there's only question marks against one position where we got two young guys. But the thing I do have faith in, I've seen a coach who happens to be here play in an organization that took a guy who I know ain't nobody had no faith in, Zach Ball. Somebody has faith in Zach Ball?
I did.
Being an all-pro? You thought he'd be an all-pro at middle linebacker?
I had him in my book.
Before he played a snap as middle linebacker, you thought he'd be an all-pro?
I had him in my book.
Oh, well, you the only one. I don't think he thought that shit. But listen. Hey,
Koye, you know how it is. Hey, Koye, I got plenty of shit like that in my book.
But I would let you have it. If you thought Zach Ball would be an all-pro, I don't think you're lying. I'll give you your respect for that. I didn't. I damn sure didn't think he would be one. But I can see that he did, though, and that the scheme afforded that for him and to him. The Kobe Dean as well. All these guys that came up and played at that level to take Mahomes and make him look like nothing in the Super Bowl was all young guys that was coached the fuck up by a guy that we poached and we got here. And then he went out and got some motherfucking warriors as lieutenants for him. And I believe in what they can do. So I can't say that. And then on the other side, like doubt everything that we got, because it's like they don't just have guys that they gotta mold into something from like pure clay. They got guys, but then they got guys. The guys that we have that are coming in that we have question marks about, like the Caleb Downs or the Malachi's or even as a rock. No, I'm saying when I say question marks, I mean we gotta know what they're gonna do on the pro level. Those guys are not coming in asked to be your world beaters. They have a nucleus here with Quentin Williams, Quentin Clark, and the guys that we have here. Even on the back end, we got veteran safeties that's in that room with even Caleb. So the guys that we have here, even in the secondary, Bland, Durant, these are all veterans. PJ Locke, Hooker, Thompson, they all veterans. So even our rookies, they're not asked to be Kobe. They ain't got to be Kobe. You taking guys that you could have asked to be Kobe and you asked them to be Horry. That makes them better automatically. You're not asking Malachi Lawrence to be Micah Parsons. He don't need to be Micah Parsons. Give me 5 sacks and don't screw up versus the run and learn on the job. That's all I need you to do. That's all I expect from you. 5'11", I don't give a shit. I'm not looking at him as the guy. He's not the only guy. We got so many people in that room. And you talked about competition. It's enough competition in the room already. But if you brought a veteran in there like a Bosa or like I said, I say Bosa because he already free. Go get him. He cheap. Go get him. And he not a progress.
Man, I knew you was gonna come around and call you. I knew it.
Okay. Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But
that's all we saying.
I still would say we don't need him, but it's okay if he come. You know what I'm saying? You don't need him, but it's okay if he jump in the car. No problem. You know what I'm saying? You got your heavy hitters already, bro. And the reason I spoke about the interior and exterior, and the reason y'all keep avoiding the interior is because
we avoid the interior, bro.
Because I don't think Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams together are better than Kenny Clark.
You said we avoiding the interior. You know you talking to Mr. Shoes. Like
when I say avoiding, I mean you. If you look at something in a vacuum, it looks pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it holistically, it ain't bad at all. Even when you talk about our pass rush last year, when you're secondary trash and you playing 15 yards off the ball, you're not gonna get many sacks because they got somewhere to go with the ball anyway. You're not gonna get many sacks. I don't care how. Look at Micah Parsons. He was winning fast as fuck, but Dak had somewhere to go with the ball. Why? Because Green Bay secondary trash, or their corners is trash. They safety is cool. The corners is trash though. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we already know that if your secondary not holding nobody up, they're going to have somewhere to go with the ball anyway. So who knows how well those guys could or couldn't pass rush? You can't really evaluate it because the team from top to bottom, inside out, was all trash because of the scheme and the coach. I don't even know. I don't look at any player. I don't look at no player last year and say trash because I don't know. I can't assess them. I throw it out because there's a lot of moving parts with that.
No, that's super
this
fair.
year, they don't got that excuse this year because we got the coach and
you gonna have the skies this year. You gonna have the skies.
They addressed it top down, inside out. We rebuilt this team. And so when you look at the interior and the exterior, I got to look at that because guys don't have to counter as much. When you got guys collapsing the A gap, those guys can rush wide and still get home. They don't have to counter as much because there is nowhere to step up. We saw that last year. So having that this year and having more guys with BT Jordan and a better scheme and a better secondary, man, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, and I ain't got no hope. It's faith because they did the work. This is the best team they done put together in the last 10 years I've been doing this shit. That's hands down. And we can go year for year, all the way back to the 90s if you want. And I don't think we ever put together a team in the offseason that was this good, unless you're going back to like the Herschel Walker trade.
The 12 and 5 years?
The 12 and 5 years was
unless
better,
you
bro.
Better than
12
no.
Yes. The 12 and 5 years is better, Akoye.
The 12 and 5 years is better than what? With Dan Quinn you talking about?
Yes.
Nope.
The only hole we had was the one tick. That's it. We had way better corners. Safety wasn't as good. Linebacker was okay. Edge was way better.
We was loaded at edge. We were 10 times
better.
I said a better team top down at every level. I didn't say at one position.
I'm talking about defense.
We've been top loaded we was top. I said
we got like 50 sacks with them dudes.
I said earlier we had the best edge room in the game those years. That didn't mean shit. Why? Because you could still run on us, right?
Yeah, so and see that's why I said the only hole we had was one tick.
And even when we stopped
and linebacker,
people don't give Dak enough credit, but the offense was part of the reason those defense was good anyway. It was like the Dick Vermeil Rams defense. They was getting turnovers and they was getting a lot of sacks, but they couldn't really flat out stop shit. If he was playing close games, that's when we got in trouble.
Totally
but when Dak was making you pace, he was like Peyton Manning with the Colts. When Dak would make you pace them or keep pace with him, you then make the quarterbacks on the opposite side of the ball was trying to push the ball downfield, which helped our pass rush. But when teams slowed it down on us and played the Spurs half court type offense on us, we got our asses whooped with those defenses. So no, that was not better because you can't do that shit now.
Yeah, I said the one tech and the linebacker
we
is what we needed.
Fast break and half court.
But if you would have gave Micah Parsons a one tech, and if we would have got Bobby Wagner, which Dan Quinn wanted, that defense.
If it was a fifth, we all be drunk and happy.
No, I'm just saying. We talking scheme.
I don't think.
And we talking players.
This defense can play. I don't think this defense can do. In terms of pass rush, not even close what that defense is. And
them boys had 50 sacks. They was number one in turnover differential, bro. They was we talking about Diggs near with 11 in the bro, that defense was the shit.
Yeah, because
and Bland got 11. Man.
Because of Dak.
Hold on.
Because of Dak.
Bland got 11 interceptions and
whenever we went up, when our offense went up, we knew when we went up by 14 points, it was pin your ears back and they gonna whoop your ass. If they got us an interception and we went up by 14 points, we was whooping your ass like we did to the Rams with Matt Stafford and all that.
Diggs got 11 interceptions because of Dak?
I said that defense was popping because that more offense was trying to keep up with Dak. They were trying to throw the ball more because Dak was scoring. We had the #1 offense. You had to keep up with that. They did they did the same thing when Peyton Manning was here. Like when Peyton Manning was playing for the Colts, you had to pace with him because Peyton Manning was scoring you just like that. So teams played them different. Their offenses played different. They played out of character, trying to keep up with what we was doing offensively, and that gave us opportunities for more turnovers and more sacks.
I think the 12-5.
But when we had the slow ball, we couldn't slow down and just run the ball on you and play ball control during that time. So we had to push the ball when we had Mike McCarthy. And we couldn't do it on the opposite side of the ball either. If you ran the ball on us, we couldn't run the ball when we wanted to, when you knew we was running, and we couldn't stop the run when we needed to. Period. So I can't call those defenses better. How can I call that better? Cannot. But I'm done.
They had 1 year when it was complete. They had 1 year when it was complete. That second year when we played the Niners.
When you stop the run because teams don't run, that's not stopping the run still though. You know what I'm saying? When teams ain't running, but you got a high, you got low numbers versus the run, meaning they're not running the ball for many yards against you, but it's just because they're not attempting to.
Man, it's supposed to be the final word. Okay, how the hell you turn the final word to a debate? Damn.
My bad. My bad. I did do that.
This man. This is what we do.
1 o'clock now. I started at 9.
Shit, though.
I ain't
good
shit.
Shit.
My dinner
Good.
I cooked and all that. I ain't even go back upstairs to eat that shit.
I want to say this, bro. I love fucking with you, bro, and everybody else in this space, because whenever we box, it's never for TV, bro. Never. Like, these are things we really trying to work out. We have a slight disagreement, and that's fine. Let's go work itself out in the year, man. Great ass show. We gonna have to some way set up show debate for.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard because like tomorrow it's
June 1st. Yeah, it's June 1st, but still, I still want to get down to the truth. And I do want to get down to the truth of all the film that my brother did, and I respect him, and I respect his research. And sometimes I see shit different, then I come around and look at his evidence, and I see it like him. But it's based on film. It's your boy Boss Show Me with the greats, Lou and Akoye. Shit, you already know. And I say the greats, I mean that. Dope discussion.
Oh, dope.
Hey, let's win the Super Bowl though, huh?
Yes, sir.